Kenny is really giving Jax a run for his money for worst person on television. Also, more Milo the Cat, please. And is anyone else in love with Aaron 2.0? I am. Welcome to Showmance, guys, the only show on the internet doing deep dives on shows with no depth.
Dives as deep as the trunk full of grievances Kaylor's been keeping on live.
Lordy.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's making me wonder who Kaylor is in the rest of her life.
Here's the thing. Do this real quick. Beautiful. Love that.
Beautiful.
Minnie, can you just...
Here's the thing. There's probably some new people who join every week. And like I said, I was going to do, reference this quote very often. Someone will seem needy until their needs are met. So, am I in love with Aaron 2.0? I've been in love with Aaron the whole time. But there's something, fellas and ladies, this is what happens when you're cool and then you tell someone, hey, I really like you and I'm super cool. And they're like, are you? And you're like, no, totally I am. And then they finally are like, okay, I think you're cool too. And then you go do some stupid shit. Not cool. Okay. Then you do some more stupid shit. Okay, bro. Duh. And then you do some more stupid shit and some more stupid shit. So now even I'm like, I'm not buying it, bro. I love it, but I don't believe you anymore. Right? That being said, when she's with that dude and he's not doing stupid shit, that saying, that quote, you're needy until your needs are met, should flash over them in a neon fucking sign 24 hours a day.
It should just be like in a continuous little circle that just keeps going, like a little
In
halo
infinity.
around them.
Yeah, because like that's... But then I'm also like, no, dude, you fucked me up. I'm not the same girl I was when I went to fucking the villa. And fuck you, Aaron.
I know, Aaron, you broke my heart too, but I'm leaving room for him to change. He has a dog now, and he camps.
That dog.
So he's an outdoorsman.
No.
Listen, where do you find that color, hair color?
No, I think he's back to his roots, literally.
That's his natural hair color.
Mm-hmm.
I have not been so thrown by a hair color on someone.
Wait, are you talking about Beyond the Villa? Him on the TV show now?
Yeah, now. He showed up first with it at the reunion. It was just...
Like just more brown instead of
not
blonde?
just more brown, like the kind of brown that you see on a dude who just had gray hair yesterday and then shows up to work and doesn't think anyone's noticing that it's like a block of just like solid color. Like it just... Listen, I'm not here to bag on Aaron. I was in the... We should probably get into like how we even got here.
Oh, yeah, please. Because you guys they were a little late to the party and they just finished season 6.
And you might be wondering why we're starting our first recap on episode 4. And
because we're artists.
Yeah.
We like to do it differently.
Oh, yeah. We also had to watch 35,000 hours of season 6 packed into...
How about get to?
I know, it's true. It's true. But at a certain point, when you're on a deadline, it does become a little bit of a task.
It's like a Nathan's hot dog eating contest, but for content.
Totally.
Yeah.
That's so appropriate because I barfed a couple times. But like it started like with like, oh, this is such a task. And everybody, again, if you watched us in season 7 of our Love Island recap, we were like, season 6 not doing it for us. Didn't care. Don't care. We've tried it multiple times. And everybody was like, you guys are psychotic. Just keep going. Somebody was like, minute 14 of episode this, you're going to flip a switch. And we were like, yeah, cool, whatever. That happened in minute 14 of that episode. We were like, wait a second, what just happened? Miguel?
Was that Reality Bites that said that?
I can't remember.
Real itty bitties?
It might have been Jen O'Toole.
Oh, it might have been Jen O'Toole too.
Who also
somebody,
said that people are needy until their needs are met. But like, nailed it either way. And then everyone's like, no, this is the best casting ever. They're the best people. And we finally got there. We were finally like, holy shit.
But it did take, it took 9 episodes.
Yes.
It took 9 episodes to
Which
be like.
Which isn't normal. I got to tell you, if you I can get on board with everyone saying don't judge a series on its pilot. If I'm 8.5 episodes in and I'm still
6
like
chapters, when it comes to this, it was a long.
Yeah,
and better. It was even 9 episodes was just the point where we were like, okay, this show's cool. We like this show. It was probably 21 or 2 before we were like, oh, now we see these people are the most amazing humans ever. We watched 7 and then went back and watched 6 because that kind of fucked us because we were both like, yeah, well, in season 25, episode 25, I bet. Okay, well, 26, 27 for sure. 28, they're all gonna set each other on fire. 29, maybe.
You know what what I am now in hindsight realizing was very tough for you guys. It's like, you know, when you just break up with someone and just end things with a person who you really, really were in love with, and then you meet another person that's really great, and everyone keeps telling you, no, you have to go out with this person. I'm telling you, like, I know you're not ready, but like, do it. You're gonna fall in love. And you eventually did, but it was too soon. Like, if you had waited 6 months and all of a sudden you were like, oh, I miss Love Island. Like, I need more of it in my life. But you were still reeling from the loss of season 7.
Yeah,
but now I think that the season 6 cast was 1,000 times better than the season 7 cast.
And that's what everyone had. That was big. Listen.
It made me feel silly about how hard I went on the season 7 cast.
Me too.
And everybody just sat there. You guys, you're so sweet. And you just sat there and you were like, it's so cute. He'll get there. Yep. And I did. We did. So you're so nice about it.
That's what we kept saying. You got to go on a date with this guy. He's amazing. You're going to fall in love with him.
No, you were right.
Yep.
Like, I felt like everybody was, and listen, they could just be doing this because they're just jerk offs, but like a lot of people were comparing like Taylor and Alandria to Cordell and Serena. And I just Taylor's fucking sucks. And Cordell is brilliant. Now, I didn't love Cordell in the first chunk of episodes, but I didn't like any. I mean, like I said, it took us till episode 9.
But he gets you.
But yeah, once he did, I was like, oh, you are adorable. And just
his
everything.
new look,
I
think he is so handsome. I think they are such a fucking gorgeous couple.
No, they totally are.
I think they are going to whatever. We'll get into it.
No,
but
and I like Serena better than Alandria too.
I love Serena.
And Alandria, I was like live and die for Alandria, and now I'm like Serena.
I mean, I think Harris said it. Somebody else said it. Like, it was clear after watching both. Like, and people said like season 6 was such a banger. The cast was so brilliant.
Yeah.
The OGs and the like ones who were so amazing that like they got to season 7 and they were like, find me a Serena, find me a Kendall, find me a Janae, find me a Leah. Like, that's what they did. And that's, again, what Harris and a few other people were saying. They were like, 6 was such a banger that they were just like, find me those people.
Yeah.
And casting was like, okay, cool. Yeah, we already got them. We got 42 of them. Pick one. And so it was very parallel. But yeah, I think, and Alandria was my favorite on that show. Yeah. Like, I don't get into fucking Huda in my castle, but Alandria was always like, oh no, that's she. But I'm with you. I'm with you now. Both of those two, it was 2 or 3 episodes before the finale. I had read a spoiler alert in the comments, so I knew the race of the winning couple. And so I was like, all right, I didn't think Kenny was black, but whatever, I'll go with it. Because I was like, well, these two are winning, right? Kenny and Janae fucking for president. And this was a while back. This was pre the other day. What?
I was just going to say, how lucky did we get that the new, like, listen, it's not lucky. Janae's having a real hard time. Nobody's lucky right now. But like, if you were to get lucky and say not find out any spoiler like that before, like, we literally watched the finale and then like the next morning woke up to the news. So like
we will get into,
because I've been yelling no spoilers, and I feel like, you know, they Jana and Kenny held back for me.
I literally thought I had Jana and Kenny pegged for a while, and these like Cordell and why can I never remember her name? I always wanted to say Alandria. That's how like
locked into
identical the casting to everything is, but Cordell and Serena. See, you did too. I keep doing it. Cordell and Serena. They weren't even on my radar. The ups and downs. him at Casa, her in the beginning. After Casa, I was like, hell yeah. Kick that motherfucker to the curb. We're gonna leave. No, turn around, come back, give him some more. Fucking tell him some more shit, right? I was all in on that. I was all in on him being like, nope, see you later. So those two didn't click for me until 3-4 episodes before the ending. And then I like at that, then I was like, oh, you guys are the ones that win.
You know what? When he did that, when Cordell did that, I wasn't nearly as upset with him as I was with Aaron.
He was the worst offender.
Aaron was the worst offender. They were way more locked in my eyes. Like, I wasn't mad at him for, honestly, what Kendall said was like, this girl is giving you more affirmation or something like that along those lines. It's giving you more assurance and has been more into you in like the one day that you've known her than like you've gotten from Serena all season.
Yeah.
And I heard that. That spoke to, like, I was like, yeah, that's kind of true. Like, this girl looks, I can't remember what that girl's name was, but
no, me either.
She looked very excited to be there for him.
Listen,
and then
I think she was. And I think that he was excited about that.
Yeah.
And those two shared a connection the whole time. Like, Aaron did his thing and then was like, I might have done some stupid.
Shouldn't have done my
and
thing.
Bail, right? And then was like, the next day was like, I'm not interested in, whatever, like Kayla. Granted, he already did all the things, right? So like, yeah, now in hindsight, I'm like, oh, now I know why you were in bed fucking depressed. Because you fucking...
when I used to wait tables, if someone would be like, excuse me, miss, and they would just be like, I'm sorry, I didn't like it. It wasn't good, but the plate's empty. And you're like, oh, now you want to send it back to get it taken off the bill? That's what Aaron did.
Yeah.
Wasn't super bummed that Cordell did what he did at Casa because I didn't think that she was really all that into him. She kind of always seemed to me like she was kind of waiting around for someone else to come along. But then maybe she's just, not going to hook up with everyone in the first 5 minutes.
There's like just a real like soft, quiet side to her that I think specifically of like she's dating a guy. I don't necessarily think she's the aggressor.
Yeah.
I think she likes to be, and courted.
Yeah. So when he did get back from Casa and she was as irate as she was, I was a little taken aback by it at first. Like, it just was like, wow, you are real pissed. And I didn't even realize that you would liked this guy that much.
Even though right before Casa, she had the conversation where she opened up and told him about her past with dudes who kind of fuck with her and tell her oh yeah, no, it's cool, I'll fuck with you off, and then lie. Like, that was her thing. That was her holdup. That's why she's a slow burn. And she told him all of that shit. And then the next day they woke up to bing, I got or whatever, and he leaves for Casa. And does that.
What episode was that?
Her telling him that wasn't on camera. He goes to Casa, he comes, and then you kind of find out after they get the video. That's another thing. Like, a video, that's a totally different. So just in regard to why she flipped out so hard.
Yeah.
Seeing a video of a dude that you were just like, hold on, I just told this motherfucker, A, I don't like getting fucked with. B, I don't like getting done dirty. C, I've gotten fucking done dirty. I told you that. I fucking told you that. And so
listen,
I think
all
Cordell's
of that
thing
is
was
fine, but he waited for her and was super into her and was very amenable to all of her go slow, don't like this, not ready for that, blah, blah, blah. She kind of strung him along for the first several episodes. Mm-hmm. No shame in that. I want everyone to do whatever the fuck they want to do at this place. I think that's the whole name of the game. But I was just a little taken aback by how angry she was at him after he had been all about her all that time. And she literally told people I just don't really feel it. Oh, I just see him as more of a friend. I'm still open. I'm still waiting to see if my guy's going to come through here or not. And he was just following her around like a little puppy dog. So I just thought that I'm glad that they worked it all out. This is my favorite couple of that entire season.
Yeah.
Leah and Miguel. But that's an obvious thing. But because yes, they are my everything. I almost feel normally I love when I haven't seen something, I haven't even started like a long series or something, like everyone else has watched it and then I get to watch it all at once. Like it's like Christmas. Like you really feel like it's a gift. I feel so robbed that I haven't been like following Leah and Miguel all season on TikTok. Like I don't follow any of these other kids. Like I don't follow the Hudas and the Nicolandrias. Like they are in the rear view mirror to me. I want to know what Miguel, I want to know which boxers he's choosing for tomorrow and why. Like, I want to know what, like, what kind of like, oh, you know, everyone, I feel like they're a workout couple and like what they're like, what their weekly, what they're, we're going to do
Get
this
ready
on
with me.
Trats and
What I eat
Lats
every
on
day.
Tuesdays, buys and tries on. I don't fucking know. That's how little I work out. I don't even know the terminology, but like, I just want to know like all that stuff about them. I think that they're so lovely.
No, I'm ready for them to start their little farm, and then I'll watch their little like the progress of the farm, and they get the animals and save the animals, and then get some honey and chickens and all that stuff.
Yeah, is Leah?
What did she say? Turkeys will let you pet them and rub them or something? Is that turkey?
Yes, turkeys are amazing.
I mean, they taste amazing.
Did not know they purred.
When they're happy, they purr, and you know they're also whatever. I'm a vegetarian, so I won't get into what I feel about if you eat a turkey, but they're just really great animals. They're so
delicious.
Okay. Unless someone's going to be like, they could be aggressive. They could. My point is, they're great. They're really great, and I want to rescue a turkey too, Leah.
Yeah,
everything can be aggressive.
And
exactly.
Miguel
maybe the
is
turkey just needs a meteor.
Miguel is a bot to me. Like cuddle. He's AI. He is the most perfect specimen, physically, emotionally. Intelligence,
present company excluded.
Yeah, obvi. Yeah, but you don't have an accent. If you could grab one of those accents,
I'm working.
He does. Do Brittany.
Not that one.
Yeah, Brittany.
I'm not trying to drive her away.
That's your accent, though.
Yeah. Just to clarify, Leah and Miguel were my favorite couple. I just thought, like, if I'm a gambling man, I really thought Jana and Kenny were going to be the winners at the end. But yeah, I told Natalie halfway through, I was like, it was about halfway through Leah's like meltdown and crash out and whatever. And I was like, fuck, I think I like Leah. And she was had like come over to the dark side too. I was like, dude, I don't know what my problem is because I really liked Huda. And I was like, I think I like these crazy mean girls. I don't know what it is.
Dude, I think I do too because literally the day that I fell for Leah is... And people will be like, oh my God, you are so fucking toxic. And I clearly know that. But the day that I was like, oh my God, I'm so into this chick is when Rob cried and she was like this little ass bitch crying on the floor. How embarrassing for you. Like all the things, like, because I did not like Rob for so many episodes.
But you got there with him, right?
But not because of the show. Okay. I swear to God, I was waiting, thinking it's going to come any second. I didn't dislike him by the end of it, but what got me was his TikTok. Have you rabbit holed that?
I don't go on TikTok, so no, I haven't.
Oh God. I mean, it's weird, but it's also, he's nothing in real life like he was on that show.
See, in real life, in real TikTok life?
Yeah. It's pretty real. He's a snake wrangler.
He just is one of those guys that like, he's what's the guy? Oh, crikey. Like,
yeah, he's like that guy.
he's our that guy.
Yeah.
Wait, no, not that
but
guy.
Like
That's disrespectful. What is that guy's name?
Well,
the
he's
crocodile.
dead now.
I know. He deserves respect. The crocodile hunter.
Steve or something?
No. Steve Irwin. He's our Steve Irwin. His daughter Bindi, and then his son too. It does it. I can't remember his son's name, but yeah, Steve Irwin
took over his work. Maybe don't. I don't know. I mean, even honestly, Rob is any second now that we're gonna see a headline about him. Like,
oh no, for sure, Rob's gonna die.
Oh my God!
I'm just saying, if you saw he goes out in the middle of the night into like swamp,
lunatic,
and grabs all sorts of weird things. And I mean, literally, the whole time I'm watching it, I'm verbally going, "But why?" Like I would just find myself talking to myself going, no, why?
Put it down.
Scared.
Put it down.
Yeah, put it down.
No, Rob, put it down. Rob, put it down. I can't remember
anything.
Touche. I can't remember when I flipped on Rob. It might have been. I'll have to look back because I got on the comments and told Harris. I was like, fine. You know, it's funny. I told Harris, I was like, fine. I'm into your boyfriend now. But can you tell me when? Kenny starts to be an asshole? Because I really love him. So Kenny's being an asshole might be my fault. I might have jinxed Kenny.
Listen, I'm gonna say this, and it's going to be sound real Monday morning quarterback. But like I never. There was always something amiss about him with me. I was so glad that Janae found someone because after all of her trials and tribulations and how that went down, but like there was always something off about whether it was body language, but it was more so eye contact, like just something.
I felt the exact same way.
Yeah,
I actually have a note in here when we were watching the first scene of the episode. I was like, having the first scene of this episode 4 when they're talking about getting the dog and all this stuff, and you can just see he's not well.
Yeah.
And he doesn't, I didn't like how he treated her, even when they were like, you know, quote unquote in love, they were still in their relationship.
Yeah.
And I was having flashbacks of when they were in the villa, and I distinctly remember a scene where they were on the second floor and something had happened and he was like sitting out. It was at night and he was sitting out on like a lounge chair and she came over to talk to him and he just wasn't, again, it was like just
enough
north of okay. Like it wasn't aggressive. He wasn't being a dick, but it wasn't cool. And I was just like, he's not here for her.
Yeah.
He's trying to play her in some way. And I was typing, like, and when I saw the first scene in this most recent episode, I was just getting flashbacks of that. And I've been feeling it because we were supposed to cover this, and we were supposed to cover episode 3 last week. We just couldn't because obviously you didn't have time to finish it. And it was so funny because so many of my notes, and this was before the scandal broke.
Yeah.
So many of my notes were, these guys aren't going to last.
Yeah.
This isn't good. Something's going on. He's pushing her away. And it just turns out that he's allegedly, you know, for everything that's coming out is true, he's an asshole.
Yeah.
That was never really in love with her. He was fucking out for clout, and it's gross. And I'm with you. Like, I clocked it from jump.
Yeah. The only thing that threw me, because, you know, I can spot a fake crier, but you know what? I probably can't. I'm probably just so used to watching Jax and Jesse on the Valley cry that I'm like, oh, I can see this. No, they're just really, really horrible. Like they're the most horrible actors you've ever seen is these two dudes trying to cry. When Janae put her foot down, when he brought the girl back from Casa and she said, that's it, like, and cut it off with him, the way that he went after her and the way that he cried kind of like out, like in the middle of that whole thing, I fucking bought it. Like, that's when I was like, oh, okay, well, he clearly really cares about her. Like, this guy is just like got a wake up call and is like realizing that he could have lost like the greatest thing that could ever happen to him. And he did. And he did. But I bought that
Performance.
Emotion.
It wasn't a performance. And I can tell you that you don't have to necessarily buy it. But what I think that was not so much a cry because he was a realization cry. That was, I think he's really sensitive. Like, he's a sensitive guy. Like, again, like, this thing just happened a few days ago, and everything that like built up to this is like, I just like from my.
Should we say what happened real quick, just in case people don't know?
Oh, if you don't know, I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Okay,
no, just get like
there's a whole other season now.
Just the cliff notes of it.
But do we even really know yet? Because that's another note that I have.
That is another thing. Because like I tried to be like. We always talk about on this channel, like, are we recapping, are we deep diving the shows that they show us or these people's lives, right? And and everyone has their own answer. I tried to just focus on the show and like, I'm deep diving this was one of the first times I was like, I should probably do a little research.
You should probably head on over to Coca-Cola's page and get the timeline.
I'm like, I don't think Kenny's that bad. And somebody's like, well, you're an idiot, which is true. But
Coca Macoca on Instagram, she had pushed out a lot of information on what happened. And then also I was just reading articles in like Us Weekly and all the top publications.
Yeah.
And allegedly, I guess Janae was in Kenny's phone. Don't know how she got there. And she saw that he had Googled all of this stuff that like I don't even want to repeat, but basically like that he thought he would get more, or maybe she just saw
Googled.
Yeah,
He was
I don't think it's
like
a
I missed
Google.
this. Then
maybe it wasn't Google. Maybe it was just a text message to someone else.
I get
I
the
think it was like
impression
group
that
chats that somebody else screenshot and sent to her. That's what I got from whatever I was reading.
Because Janae's best friend did like an Instagram story saying like you need to check your man's phone,
Yeah.
and search for these things,
Yeah.
and it was all the things that I guess were in the group texts.
yeah,
or
to
whatever.
me that seemed like search your man's phone because this is the kind of shit he might be texting his buddies. I thought I was going to get more clout. I can't wait to bang hella bitches. Like search for these terms.
Yeah.
They're going to pop up in a group chat,
Yeah.
in a an email, whatever. You know what I mean? Like I don't think
Yeah.
he's Googling. Can't wait to bang hella bitches.
Oh, I
but
thought it
like,
was just like, how do I like leverage this for more
how do
fame?
I bang hella bitches?
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody's guys Googled that.
But so at any rate, I think you're totally right. That was allegedly in his phone in some form or fashion, text, email, search, who the fuck knows? Probably the text message though, and it got sent to her is what we're thinking, or she saw it.
That we should really ask Coca because like
Coca, what
I
happened?
have one thing to say about Coca. I have like I don't know what kind, like she just calls herself a content creator. She like, so are we, but we don't do that kind. Like we don't report any news. A lot of times if we are, we'll say like, I don't even remember where I heard this.
Yeah.
Like certainly, or you're hearing this here last, or definitely don't get your news here.
The research part is what separates us from the real good ones.
She's definitely more on the journalism side, but she's maybe the most ethical journalist on showcasts that I've ever come across.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah. So go to her page if you
Yeah.
want if you have, you guys probably already know way more than we do, but go there if you need to know. She timelines everything.
Yes, and just know she
literally-
is meticulous with
Yeah.
her research. Like
Yeah.
she is backing everything up. She's
Yeah.
showing screenshots. Like homegirl has receipts.
Yeah.
But so basically that's it. So he did her dirty. Apparently he never wanted to be with her.
Yeah.
Apparently he's not even into like in there, which I don't even want to repeat it, but like use your imagination, girls that look like her or whatever. He doesn't want to be with anyone like
Yeah.
that. He can't wait to break up with her so he can go bang other chicks. Hella bitches was
Hella
the exact
bitches, yeah.
quote. And the whole thing is just disgusting.
Yeah.
If it's true. It seems like it's true.
No,
I have no reason to believe it's
It
not.
seems like it's true because the way that it came out with basically they break up, she says what she says, which is just like, pretty light, pretty vague. He responds with something even more vague and saying, I think probably what pissed her off is him saying, sometimes, it just is tough to realize that like, no matter how, like when you're in a long relationship, that no matter how much you care, you just know it's not going to progress any further or something along those lines. And I think that irritated her because she's probably like, are you serious? You would have done this forever. I found these things. And now you're saying like, oh, you didn't, as much as you wanted this to work, it couldn't. Well, it couldn't work because you're a racist, clout chasing demon, I think, as Leah put it. And so anyhow, then she comes out and is pissed about that. So she says something along the lines of, don't piss me off. I'm being nice right now. I can't understand how you it's insane to me that you're not just admitting what a POS you are.
That was the best post.
It was.
All the ones I read, I was like, oh, that was my favorite one.
Well, then Leah comes out and says what she says, calls him a racist clout chasing demon, like fame whore, money whore, something like that along those lines. And then after that, her bestie comes out and like names all those specific things. And then I think that Janae comes back and says something else that's just not all those specifics, but along the lines of whatever. Basically what happened today, she came out and said she doesn't want to talk about it anymore. And I thought that she, this whole time, wasn't saying the specifics because, she's probably, I imagine when something like this happens, I just imagine like that's at 2 a.m. the booker for like Nick Viall or call her daddy or whatever. It's just like, okay, time to go to work. And just like starts firing off calls to how are we going to get the first interview? So I kind of thought that was maybe why she wasn't being specific and was being very vague about it, because she was just waiting to like find that person that she wanted to deliver the story to. But then today she put out a thing that was like, I don't want to talk about this anymore. Thank you all so much. I just want to move on. I would like you all to move on too. Like basically in the nicest way possible, saying like, you guys are killing me. Like your love is killing me because I'm never going to be able to just like get up and go on with my day if I'm still just like reading all this love and support. Thank you, but no thank you. Also, I think people were coming after his family. So what I don't love, just as a selfish me as a woman, do whatever you want. Do whatever, say whatever, post whatever, all of it. Yeah. Me as a selfish asshole is like, you've taken us this far. Can you just confirm or deny the things? Because I need to know.
Here's to me, the only confirmation that, besides the fact that like she said it, we believe her, whatever. But if you're just looking for like the nail in the coffin, all of his homeboys were like, I'm out on you, bro. Yeah. Like
Love Island stopped following him. Like not just Ariana, the show accounts stopped following him. Yeah. Like, they don't stop following infidelity. They would stop following, what do they kick people off their shows for? Racists.
Have we learned nothing? Don't be fucking racist.
And these dudes in their group chats, I don't know how you learn the lesson from the group chat. I mean, this makes Sandoval just look like a guy that just like, oh, he was just unhappy in his relationship, so he got some attention from someone and like
kind of thought he fell in love. My girlfriend's best friend story,
right? Like the worst story that we've heard is now like that's
a good old fashioned 5-season HBO show right there, Sandoval.
Yeah, I think they call it the Affair. I think a little show on Showtime. Yeah. I just can't imagine. Listen, some people might say there's no way that you never saw signs of this. Like, there's just not a person on earth that can fool you that hardcore. And maybe there were some. I don't think there's no way she knew more than 2% of it though, because
totally.
She's not someone that sticks around. She doesn't turn a blind eye to them. No. She might turn a blind eye to things like, he's the only guy that doesn't want to live with me. Everyone else is moving in together. Right. Yeah. She
painted red flags white, which we've all done. Yeah. We've all been in a relationship where it's like you want it more than the other person. Yeah. She did not realize why she wanted it more than him, what was actually going on with him. But the not moving in, every time she said something, he acted like he was this put upon husband of 40 years, like, and that's what the wife says. Yeah. And it's just like, you're fostering a puppy. Like, it's not that big of a deal. And you're on a TV show and it gives you a storyline and it makes you interact with another couple. Like, he was just so anti anything that would bring them closer. Yeah. But again, when you really like someone and you also really want it to work, like, you even hear her in her confessional. She goes, I just thought this summer was going to be everything but the ring. Yeah. Like a test drive for living together and playing house and all that stuff. She was so, I think, laser focused on like, no, this is my person and I want to be with him and let's build a life, that she wasn't thinking that this guy that I share a bed with, that I sleep with, is a racist. Yeah. Allegedly. Yeah. And telling everyone about it. Like, it's one thing to like have this, like, I'm not really into this. I found myself in this position and I'm this far in. And now it's sort of my entire livelihood is kind of depending on it. Cause like, you can be someone who just goes, take all the emotion out of it and just put your, like, what are these people's day to day? Like, one thing about this show that we've talked about before is how like, there is no rival to the fame that comes out of these couples. Like, Bachelor, please. Like, nobody gives a flying shit. People don't even remember who the Bachelor was. They don't remember who the person was that he chose. Nobody cares if they stay together, except for a very maybe small group of people 10 years ago, maybe. Yeah. This is a different thing. They walk out of that villa with not just like a different life, like a 180-degree different life, and a million opportunities on the table, and the chance to buy 5 homes within the next 2 years, maybe. I feel like it's like America's version of K-pop.
Yeah.
Like, you know how like these like Korean pop bands come together and they're just all the rage and I feel like that's
good analogy.
And then I think if he had a family that was struggling, if there's like if you're a guy that sends money home or is helping your parents or like,
is he?
Did you read that somewhere?
I've read that somewhere, but I don't like so many things. Even Instagram is everything is an ad now. Everything is just like a company that's not really a company. Everything's a site that's like a news site. Instagram is turning into Facebook. I don't know if anyone else notices that, but like that's.
I was never on Facebook, so I don't know.
It's not the good.
What is the show? I think it's a HBO. I can't remember. Maybe Showtime. Where the like drag. There's like the drag queens, like 3 or 4 drag queens. They go into the towns. We're here.
I loved that show.
Yeah, it was so good. And then Queer Eye, the original Queer Eye.
The reboot's excellent.
I don't like the reboot. It's just like the original was too good. So anyway, but like those 2 shows, like they would go into places where you were like, yeah, I don't know, fella. Like I don't think that. Let's maybe go to somewhere else. And that was like, no, this is the point. And inevitably, I get it's a TV show, but like you leave and somebody's like, oh shucks, it ain't so bad after all. You know, like every time it fucking works. I don't think I have any racist friends. If I do, they haven't told me about it. But if someone did, I would be like, you need to spend the weekend with Janae. You know what I mean? Like, Janae's the one who I would be like, and I don't mean to put that pressure on Janae. I would be like,
it's not her responsibility.
Not at all. But she's the one that I would, she's the person that I would be like, hang out with Janae. You're going to forget all about that.
Yeah. All of your preconceived notions are out the window.
Yeah. She's 100 all the time. And a lot of people have done the whole, oh, she's too much. And I'm like, what? What?
No. When I said she was too much, I said it is specifically for this dude. This dude looks like he could not be more like wants his space. He talks like Patrick Mahomes on Xanax, on like a Xanny bar, not just a regular old prescription.
Yeah. So when we finished it, but we were doing Next Gen, and like one of the final episodes, I was talking about Brooks, and I was just like. I'm not slow. I'm me personally. I'm fucking working live TV. I love live TV. If it's not live, I will literally fall asleep at my desk. Like, so like that, take that with a grain of salt. Like I need to be moving and shaking. Charlie's so fucking, not Charlie, sorry. Brooks is so slow. He's just so slow. And I made a comparison. I was like, he's like fucking Kenny on Love Island on season 6. Like, they're going 5 miles an hour. I need them to step on the gas because every time I turn around, I'm like, dude, they're fucking 6 blocks behind.
No, I think, and I told you it's not that they're going 5 miles an hour forward. Yeah, they're in reverse.
Yeah, they're going backwards. And then Janae's up here with me at the normal speed, living life, making sure that shit's getting done. Listen, I'm not making sure shit's getting done. I'm just moving too fast. But Janae is like handling shit. And this dude isn't keeping it. So like that's the only thing I liked him in Love Island. I was like, oh, I like him. I like how he's with her. I think that like getting back to the crying thing, I thought he just felt bad. Like I think he was like, oh fuck, I might have hurt someone's feelings. I didn't think I would. So I think that's why he was crying. It seemed to me that he felt it was like an ashamed cry, not a love cry, you know, or a like, oh, I'm missing something, you know? So
I think it was a la Jesse Lally from the Valley where it's like,
I didn't think it was fake.
No. But Jesse's tears aren't fake. They're all about him. So he's crying because it's his shit that's upsetting him as opposed to like, oh, I've hurt Michelle. Look at what's happening with her, right?
Yeah.
Because as soon as she starts, he's like, because he'll literally be in tears, like, because I'm not going to spend a holiday away from my daughter. Because if you want to go to Italy, like that's not cool. And he just turns so quickly. And I think that Kenny has a similar thing where it's like he's in his feels.
Yeah.
It's not as much about Janae. Clearly, it was never about his care or feelings for this person because he probably never,
Because now that I'm thinking about
it, there.
If he really is what they're saying, if he really is racist and does not prefer to be with black women. If that's the case, and that's true. The person that he brought back from Casa was a black woman, I think. Wasn't she?
I don't remember.
Without getting myself into because I probably the last person that should be speaking on this, but if he was crying about what had happened, and he is this person, but he did bring a black woman back as well. So the two women that he was dating on the show were both black women. Do you think he was crying because he thought he chose the wrong one because for the win? Like, does it seem like, I mean, because he clearly is choosing to date black women.
I don't know, period, is the answer to that question. I think this is also, and listen, Janae doesn't owe us an answer as to what happened, right? But it would be nice to, not nice because none of this whole situation sucks, but just go with me for a second, right? Like, it would be good to know what went down, right? So that I don't want to say like her life isn't a learning experience, but she is on a public platform.
Yeah.
And I just feel like if his behavior is what they're saying it is, like it does need to be called out. It does need to be looked at. And people need to realize like, okay, listen, if you, we say it all the time, don't be racist. Don't be an asshole. Don't like, and conversely, like don't go after his family.
She's Dominican. Catherine, the girl he brought back.
Oh, she was Dominican.
So this whole thing means nothing.
Okay.
He's still an asshole to be like, I thought I'd get more famous out of this. But like he's using her because she's so loved. And
100%, definitely. All those things are horrible.
Yeah.
Being a racist is the most horrible. So like
that's the thing.
Yeah.
Is that me as just a selfish viewer, just like, you know, being like nosy Nat. I don't even have to really fuck around with that. There's that. And then there's also when we try to talk about it and have these discussions, it's like a lot of talking around, like we just don't really know. And I do think that if he is as horrible as he might be, everyone should know because everyone, like I always just think those people should need to wear a sign. Because it wasn't like he, you know, met her on a game show and then like they lasted a week outside of the villa. Like, this is several months later and a second show and a million sponsorship deals together. Like they're in business together.
Yep.
They're planning a life together. She seems to think everything but the ring, which just means the ring would be coming next summer.
It's really fucking awful. And I think that that's where it's like, we just, as people who are invested in your relationship and have watched this journey and clearly are still tuning into it a year later with Beyond the Villa, we just want to be nosy, but also like it could be really toxic shit. And I think that is important to know.
And, you know, Scandival, it basically was the nail in the coffin of Vanderpump. Like that's what happened. This is not going to be Love Island's nail in the coffin by any stretch, but it is going to be something that a lot of people go in there a little bit more weary of like, why is this person choosing me?
Yeah.
Why is that like especially somebody that comes in knowing like if they're a bombshell and they come in because they'll have been watching already. So there's already that like, oh, well, they know what people are saying out there. Did they like me because they see that people like me on TikTok or like, you know, whatever it is. But now it really will be like, no, someone can literally spend a year of close to a year of their and build a life with you under completely false pretenses. And like that just screws up, that ruins the game for everyone, you know?
It's all fun and games until somebody loses an eye.
Yeah, these are like page turning like events.
For someone's life.
Yeah. And for a whole TV franchise.
And for dudes who are not assholes all over the country, like me, who got told that I would be high-fiving my best friends if they banged a married woman. Not true, puppy. And like the dude who I sent you guys the clip, Hannah Burner was doing the man on the street and showing dudes pictures of Sandoval and being like, who is this? And we were all saying funny things, like nobody knew who it was until the last dude was like, that's Sandoval. Fuck that dude. That guy's a piece of shit. that guy got me and my girl all heated. She's mad at me. I didn't even do dick. Like, then he starts naming off all the P. He's like, I watched this shit. It's super funny. But like, these dudes are giving nice dudes a bad name, right? Yeah. Mike is a nice dude. Mark, fine. He's a bad guy. But Mike is cool. And you know who's getting a bad name right now and a little side eye?
Dominicans?
Brian.
Oh.
Brian, I'm sorry, bro, if you're getting a little side eye. But Amaya might be looking at Brian right now and being like, are you genuinely... Like, I'm just saying, because
I know that would make me sad.
Everyone, but there's all these rumors already flying, and I haven't even had a moment.
Everyone's already kind of was like, oh, he weirdly came out of nowhere. Not weirdly, like I know he had the thing, like when he stood up for her, it was like, no, that's how we do it in our household, whatever. But like he went hard when everybody was like, no, Maya's America's favorite. He was like, yeah, she's my favorite too. So I'm not saying Brian is that guy.
Oh,
what I'm saying is Brian. Kenny and these dudes are giving dudes a bad name. And one person that might be getting a side eye, like the guy in the Instagram I sent you, is Brian.
Well, if Brian was trying to exit stage right now,
sorry, buddy.
It's probably going to have to wait till after intermission.
He's calling the moving truck and be like, can we
this
reschedule?
whole thing stresses me out because all I want is a happy ending for everyone. I want everyone to meet their... Yeah,
me too.
No, this is it plays the larger conversation is obviously just about, what the kind of power, the kind of life, the kind of adoration, the kind of worship that we give influencers because
which she doesn't even like the term influencer. She was like, I'm a suggester.
Dude, yeah, no, I'm with her.
Funny.
How long have I been saying I hate that word?
I had
it's
that
horrible.
note for you for last week's show, and it's so interesting too because people I think could be watching Janae, who's so beautiful and she's so sweet and she's got this bubbly personality. She reminds me of Jessica Rabbit, she's like, I'm not bad, I'm just drawn that, or I'm not something, I'm just drawn that way because she looks like she was drawn. But it's like, wait, no, who's not going to be in to this girl? Like, she's so beautiful and she has this great personality and she offers so much. And it's like, no, Elizabeth Hurley was cheated on. Yeah. Like, it doesn't matter. It's just if someone wants to do you dirty, they're going to do you dirty, whether you're, the most beautiful woman on Love Island or whatever,
Well, it just goes to say that it's not you. They're not it has nothing to do with you.
And that is, Janae, if you're listening, that is honestly the thing I hope that she takes from this whole situation is what Sally says about Susie says more about Sally than it does about Susie. This has nothing to do with Janae.
Is there going to be a reunion?
Wait, a Love Island reunion?
A Beyond the Villa reunion.
Yeah. Villa.
Do you remember that SNL skit where they would do, I'm Bob Villa la 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 la?
I don't.
No.
It's pretty good.
I wish I did.
Wait, should we get into the episode? We're only an hour in.
I have to say, though, if that girl was Dominican that he brought back from Casa, I wonder if he was trying
You think Google's lying to me?
I'm just saying that I wonder what flipped him. I wonder what flipped this, or if it was all about money from the get. If it was all like, I realized this is America's sweetheart. Maybe he'd seen enough of the show beforehand to know that like everyone likes this girl, and or maybe even just to hear what everyone else was saying about her, that she's the best, she's the greatest, whatever. I think that aside from wanting to know exactly what he did, my second really inquiring minds want to know is, what was that cry about? If you never liked this girl.
When you first brought that up, because I didn't remember that happened, because obviously I watched this a year ago.
It's a big cry. It was pretty like.
My thought is because Janae was and still is, but at the time so loved. Yeah. And he, like you said, like maybe he knew, maybe he was hearing that she is the one that everyone, like number one, the Amaya Papaya, whatever. He doesn't want to lose. He doesn't want to lose the competition.
Yeah.
He wants
So
to be
that's
in the game
what
the longest.
we think it is.
So,
yeah. Okay.
Out for clout.
Yeah. He was bummed because he thought he was about to lose. He was crying for himself. I don't know.
It's just the whole thing.
I need to make sense of it.
I know, which is why, again, she doesn't owe us this, but we would like what the details are.
Because, yeah.
I didn't want to tell you guys this before we started that portion of our discussion because I didn't want to put any added pressure on us. But my brother did text me this morning and say Sierra, his fiance, would like to know if we're going to be covering the Jana and Kenny shit. I don't think Morgan knows what that means. But Sierra, I hope we did you proud.
Yeah.
Sierra's gonna be like, you didn't know anyone's name.
Yeah, she's like, no, you guys fucking
You don't know
suck
what
at
the
this.
text said.
Yeah.
You think you kind of know. You're telling me to go somewhere else to find the answers. No, you did not do me proud.
Welcome to the family.
You've mixed up Dominicans with black girls.
You did that.
I
not
know.
me.
I thought I was on a good run.
Like and
You
subscribe.
really were until you said that. Can I have the cheese crisps, please?
Yeah.
Thanks. Okay, wait, are we getting into this goddamn show?
Yes.
Wait.
Ah!
Do we have any more couples?
Who cares at this point? Because we're going to get into the show.
Wait, did we even talk about Aaron and Kaylor?
No. But we're going to talk about it.
Yeah, we're going to talk about them.
All right.
Yeah, I remember when I started liking Huda, it was when she called what's his name a little ass bitch, and when I started liking Leah, it was when she called Rob essentially a little pussy ass bitch. I don't know what's wrong with me.
So you're not saying you're moving into Huda's Marble Emporium, but you're moving next door to it.
No, but I salute it.
We're going for cocktails.
Okay. So in the first scene of this episode, we're with Jana and Kenny. They're talking about getting the dog. I feel like we really have touched on all of this, how checked out he seemed, how not into getting this dog he seemed. And also, I'm worried.
Are we skipping straight to episode 4?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we're going to do every scene from episode 1 to episode 4.
Yeah.
Not every scene, but like...
We're everything's it's just general. It's it's like how we did Love Island. We would pretty much focus on the most recent thing, but we would talk about it all.
Far away.
And if you have anything to add,
Oh, he'll let you know.
I'll chime in.
thank you. And Kenny goes, what if I forget to feed it? What if you forget to feed it? This is a dog. This is a living, breathing thing in your home that you will hear. It's going to come up to you. You have to walk it.
I don't know. It's a simple answer. It will die. That's the answer. It will die, Kenny. If you don't feed it, it will fucking die. So feed it, dummy.
I'm so tired of like getting to know new personality disorders via reality TV. You know, like this is not where we should be learning, like getting the education from, but here we are. And I don't know if you would call Kenny a sociopath. I'm not sure what his, somebody explained earlier that antisocial does not mean what we all think that it means. Like I was listening to like a psychologist talk about like antisocial means like it's what I thought a sociopath was, which is just having like no empathy, no feelings for other people. No.
Oh, I didn't think that at all.
Antisocial, everybody thinks it just means like, oh, you're awkward socially and don't really like to interact with other people. But like the psychologist explained it, and I need to plug that podcast too. And I have to go find it and remember what it was, but it was. I feel like all content creators like always talking about like what value are we bringing? This show brought some fucking value, and they only have like 800 subs, and you should check it out. Anyway, I'll just tell it.
What did they say antisocial was?
That it's basically what I thought what I thought a sociopath was. Didn't I say that?
No, but you didn't tell us what what they said.
All the things like no empathy for like don't care about other people. Like it's all about you. Like you just have no regard for other
that's
people.
That's what antisocial means?
That's what this psychologist says. Listen.
Whoa, I need to look this up real quick.
I know one was an attorney and one was a psychologist.
I think, how about this? I think this could be one of those things where maybe the medical definition and the Webster's dictionary definition are different, because adverse to the society of others, unsociable, and then it can be hostile or harmful to an organized society.
I think then that's probably the second one is probably the closest.
Not sociable, not wanting the company of others.
So that podcast is called Black Girls Talking TV. I'll link it in the description, but it was really good. They do a lot of Big Brother and a lot of Love Island. So,
all right.
Sounds like they do deep dives on shows with no depths, but both of them have education.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like proper
I'm
education.
like, us three morons.
Yeah, totally.
yeah.
Okay, so now we're at Serena and Cordell. They're at their cooking lesson. And let me tell you something. If you guys are watching, if you don't make it, you need to make it for America. Because I just think they're so sweet together. I love Serena's one-liners when she's like, we love a working man. I'm like, we do. Like, I just think she's so lovely. And I love that he helps her with her anxiety attacks that she's been getting. I don't love that she gets anxiety attacks, but like, I'm here for this couple.
But her one-liners all day long when...
Wait, the best one. Do you have her best one?
I do have her best one.
Please tell me.
When Leah was concerned about her results and what to say, and she was like, yo, you got a community. And Leah was like, cancer doesn't care about a community. And she was like, well, you know what it better care about. And she starts boxing and she's like, because I will fucking beat like that. That was the best one-liner when she was like saying that.
My favorite Serena line is from the Love Island season when she says, I am here for women's rights and their wrongs.
Yeah, dude, that was a good one,
too. Brilliant.
No, she has a better one. She has a dope one from that when she was pissed about, what's his name? About Cordell. I'm going to have to find it before this episode's over. Anyhow, one thing I cannot lie about, that it just makes me uncomfortable how uncomfortable she is with cats. I don't know why. I understand that not every animal is for everyone. I get all of that. I don't know where, maybe something happened that I missed, where it stems from.
Something happened.
What happened?
When she was a little kid, an orange cat that looks exactly like Homeboy's orange cat.
Milo.
Fucking jumped in her braids and like went crazy and like grabbed her braids and she went running down the street and the cat was like fucking going crazy on her. So she was like,
here's what's shitty.
Fucking thing.
I remember that. Wouldn't affect me.
I don't know if I can say the same. Like, honestly, a dog bit me on my bike when I was a kid and I'm a cat guy. Like once I got cats, I was like, okay, I think I like all animals now more than people, but like, I fucking love dogs because one bit me in the knee and I was like, I got bit by a lot of dogs when I was a kid.
What?
I don't know why.
It's weird. I've never been bitten by a dog. What are you doing to these dogs?
Nothing.
Okay. I guess we should ask
One
them.
chased me on a bike.
I think we're asking the wrong guy.
Not a lot, maybe 3. But like a
That's
cat.
a lot, dude.
And I never got bit by a cat until this
Oh,
one.
you get bit all the
Until this one.
He's literally bleeding. Like blood is like dripping down his hand.
That's from scratches, not bites. Totally different.
Oh, God.
I used to work with this girl who I love so much, and she had a paralyzing fear of cats from nothing. Like her mom had it, so it was probably like got it from a mama kind of thing. And she probably doesn't even realize that it was, the mom realized that she gave her daughter this fear, but I don't think the daughter realized that.
Yeah.
So the mom put her into therapy. She's like, oh my God, I don't want my daughter to be scared of cats. And we would always work at my house, and she little by little, this is why I have faith for Serena, she little by little would come around because none of my cats have boundaries at all. They're up in your grill like, oh my God, thank you for coming over for me. Like, let's cuddle. And especially Lefty, my oldest, he's so cute. He just has his left ear. That's why he's named Lefty. And she would be like, wait, can I pet him? And I'm like, what? Yes, you can pet him. And she started petting him on his paw, which I thought was so wild, like of all the places.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to freak her out. And I was like, yeah, anything you want. And she liked it. And then she pet him again. And then the next time she came over, she's like, do you have any treats I could give him? Because she's a huge animal lover. Like this girl fosters dogs all the time. And then literally by the time like our contract was up or whatever, she now follows like my cat Instagram account. She's not as scared. So I think Serena's going to get there.
Okay.
And also, I didn't like cats. You know this.
No, she's getting there. She said that she gave him rubbies and gave him some treats.
Yeah. I think the scene that I didn't like was when like he had to get back into his little tiny backpack and he was just like, it's so confined and and I feel like he didn't do anything to deserve to have to go back in it. And I was just like, is that what this is all the time? Like whenever he tries to bring the cat over, is like, does the cat just end up having to go back into like a little miniature cubby because she can't deal with the cat? Like, listen, I really, really like Serena, but this is just one of those things that like, it just rubbed me wrong.
No,
like,
I had the same thought because
Is it that one?
You made me, that's it. You made your bed, now hump in it.
No, she actually said now dry hump in it.
Dry
Yes,
hump.
that's
Yeah,
right.
you made your bed, now dry hump in it.
Yes.
That's so good.
I mean, there's nothing compares. That's
I'm sorry. I'm here for women's rights and their wrongs is pretty fucking great.
I like the funny ones.
Okay. I think that's funny. But anyway, point being
Listen, can I say best one-liner of the whole franchise? was said by Leah in this last episode.
Okay.
He's fixing something that he didn't break.
Oh, dead.
That shit
Dead.
was bomb.
But wait, can I just
funnier ones.
say something?
That wasn't funny.
That
it was like, it was just such a great fucking
Mike
line.
and I
I'd
have
never
hearts.
heard-
Natalie
Yeah,
has a lump of
exactly.
coal.
Wait, tell the one where when Cordell walks in and they're all still mad at him.
Wait, what?
When Cordell first walks in after the casa and he brings breakfast. You say it all the time now.
Oh my god, dude, that shit was. I need this hoodie, so I need 2 hoodies. So when Cordell comes and she smashes the fucking breakfast on him. Remember that? And he walks out, and Janae's like, "Good morning, Cordell." And fucking Leah doesn't skip a beat. She's doing her eyelashes or whatever, her makeup, and she's like, "Good morning, Cordell is crazy, Janae."
Because everyone else was just cold shouldering him,
Dude,
and then it's like Janae's so sweet.
so
She just like
sweet.
couldn't let this guy walk out of this room after like getting breakfast, like basically
Eggs all
back
over him.
on him.
Bro, I've seen that
Her
was
cute
so
little
funny.
voice.
But also,
just-
yeah,
And
totally.
then she was so serious, like
So
she was
serious.
not being funny. She was
No.
so serious.
Dude, that one,
morning,
and then
Cordell.
when dude said PE was his favorite subject, and Leah freaked out and was like, "No, that's not. No, go. That's not. That doesn't count. That's not even a real thing. That's not a subject."
Yeah.
And the boys are like, "It's a real subject," and they're like, "No, that's literally his answer." And she's like, "PE. That's his answer. Is PE is his favorite subject?" And they're like, "Yeah." And she's like, "PE is crazy." I love her. Whatever is crazy.
Everything, yeah.
But then also when they were talking about when the girls were together having their little powwow, like barbecue, whatever. And
this is all not from the villa, by the way. I mean,
No, this part is-
this
this
from
is.
this is from the
Oh.
show, season 6. This is
No,
not
this
from
last
after
part
the
is
villa.
from the show.
but this
'cause
part
they're-
I'm
this
about
is
to
now.
say
Oh,
This is the
okay.
is
last
from
Sorry.
the
scene
villa.
of
From the villa. When all the girls are there having the barbecue and like they have the thing and
That's
they're
after the villa, then,
Yeah,
not
after
from
the
the
villa.
actual.
It's
Yeah.
beyond the villa.
beyond the villa.
Guys, what are we doing here?
Beyond the villa. But the girls are all talking, and Janae's like, "Oh, I'm gonna go to Party City and get a bagillion balloons," and they're like, "No, dude." But then Serena says, like, "Dude, that Janae, she can't read a room," and it brought me back to that scene where she's like, "Morning, Cordell," and they're all just like, "Dude, are you? What the fuck?"
Remember in last episode, she
No.
brought out the Nutter Butters and the banana and
Oh
started
my
eating?
God,
I
dude,
pissed
that
myself. She
shit
was like,
was
I was hungry and we didn't
so
get to order
funny.
appetizers. Which, by the way, Janae would have done the same thing. Normally, I travel with dehydrated bananas and raw walnuts, and it's delicious. Anyway, wait, what were we saying before?
We travel with Nutter Butters and real bananas.
Yeah.
You don't travel with the real banana. Wait,
We
what,
travel with Nutter Butters.
No,
What
because
were
they
we
get
saying?
weird in purses.
Nutter Butters don't.
what were we saying before this? We were talking about Cordell. Oh, the cat. Okay,
Yeah.
really quick. I just want to say this, that I had the same reaction because I'm obsessed with cats. Like I would breastfeed my cats if I could.
Yeah.
Like they're my children. I'm obsessed
Yeah.
with them. Okay. And so when she was acting that way, I was like, no, that seems like way harsh, Ty. We don't need to do
Yeah.
that. Like it's just Milo. And Milo is so cute.
Yeah.
Holy shit, is he cute. And then the little backpack that Cordell had him in made me love Cordell even more. And I
I
also
know.
love a cat dad.
Yeah.
But I had this thought, what is my one irrational fear? And it is snakes. I am
That's not irrational.
petrified of snakes.
You should date Rob.
Nope, I'm good. Petrified, okay? Like I'm a normal person and then I will
Courtney,
see a
I
snake
think
and
that
will-
most people
Yeah,
are.
that's so not. Remember when Timmy was here and we did like a couple episodes of Humble Heroes, and Timmy was like, "What is your? Do you guys have any irrational fears?" And Jeremy was like, "Spiders." Like, nope, not irrational. Total fucking normal
Yeah,
fear.
unless you know what every spider is, you
Yeah.
don't know what
That's not
they're
weird.
going to do. And every time, because I hate killing anything, but when I do, if there is a spider in my house, I literally look at it and I go, "You seem fine to me, but I don't know what you're going to do to my cats." And so I kill them every
Why
time.
don't you just put them in a cup and then bring it outside?
I don't know if they're going to kill me at that
They're
point.
not going to. I do that with all my spideys.
I did that, and then I can say this now because I think he lived a nice long life, and now he's not here anymore. But I left a love Spidey up there for a long time, and he just lived up there for
Yeah,
the last
see,
couple
nobody
weeks.
That's
died.
called being lazy.
My-
Because now
It
you don't.
wasn't because I could have got him, and I went up there, and I was like, I think you're you're fine. You've been here for a couple of days, and you got I think you're going to be fine here for. Well, how long do spiders live? A couple of weeks?
Not long around Natalie.
When
Yeah.
Foof keels over.
No.
then you can get your orange cat. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Foof, I love you. I just want to cuddle with you, and you're so aggressive.
Yeah,
He's
you're
not
all
aggressive.
mean.
He
Foof.
has abandonment.
Yeah,
Oh my
see,
God.
I don't shove Foof in a mini backpack, and
Well,
Foof's
you
a
couldn't.
real
You'd-
asshole. This cat is the biggest asshole you'll ever meet.
You'd
He's
lose an
not an
eye.
asshole.
My point is, I just know that there is an animal out there that I am petrified of. And I know that if my significant other brought out their pet snake that is not dangerous, that they love, that they've had for years, I would have had the exact same reaction. And so I was just trying to put myself in her shoes. That's all. Hi, Foof. Okay, the next scene is, don't you fucking sass me, you two. The next scene is Leah and Miguel at Miguel's apartment. Can we just say,
Miguel.
this man is a golden god. He is so gorgina.
Everything about him is perfect.
Everything.
Would love to know. Maybe we should ask her for some transparency too. I need to know one thing that's obnoxious that this guy does.
I don't.
I listen because we're on the topic. I don't think it exists. I'm coming up with one, and I don't even think it's obnoxious. I think it's kind of cute, but it's like I'm like, oh, I bet somebody might think that obnoxious.
Okay.
The voice when he goes into his little rude voices a lot. I bet he does that a lot. Like his little characters, he does.
I like it.
I bet it's super charming and cute, and then I bet one day you're like, not now, bro. And he's like, oh, I'm really sorry, or whatever he's fucking doing.
I think I missed this.
You know, he does it like he snaps into like little characters a lot, and it's funny, but also I could see it being like, no, it's not today, buddy.
I just like,
I think he's I'm
grasping at straws.
Fucking
Yeah,
the
I'd be
only
real-
thing I've seen that I
Kick
could
him out of
ever.
bed for that.
you can come into my bed then. Get out of Mark's and come and knock on my door.
That's.
I
it, 'cause
love the
he
advice
is-
that he gives to the other guys.
Yeah.
I love that he is so badly wanting to move in with Leah. I'm now curious if maybe he's also a vegetarian because I know she's a veg or a vegan or something. I love that he's now taken a liking to all of her animals. Now he's fostering the dog and he understands why you foster. He's like, I've fallen in love with this dog.
Yeah.
But
No,
I
he's
know
everything.
the point of fostering is so that you can help other animals. Like 10 out of 10 every time.
All of it.
The horseback riding when she gets out and the horse rubs her and she's like, a horse will rub on you if they love you, and the horse
Like
looks at
within
her
like seconds.
and looks at him and fucking, and she's just like, it was like her horse being like, yeah, this guy.
And
This
horses
guy,
don't
Leah.
lie.
No, they
Horses
don't.
are like elephants.
Yeah, horses are crazy.
They're amazing. And then I just loved, he had these like quotes in this scene that had me dying. He goes, when he was, because obviously she's so nervous about like the biopsies and all that stuff. And he was being so beautifully supportive. And he says in the confessional, he goes, because her weight is my weight.
Yeah.
And then when they were talking, he's like, because babe, your happiness is my happiness. And she goes, I love you. And he goes, I love you more. Like and subscribe. That's the end of the show. It's too matcha. I love him so much. I love him so much. I love him so much.
Yeah, I'm waiting for him to kill someone or whatever he's gonna do. Fucking idiot.
He probably does it defending an old woman who is being brutalized on the street. Like that's hit. Like, do you know what I mean? Like that would be the headline. Miguel from Love Island, whatever.
My
And it's just
favorite part of Miguel is that he got a taste of Calabasas. And
Loves
he's
it.
like, I really
know, I
like it
love
out
that he
there.
likes
Like,
that.
yeah, no shit, buddy. Everyone fucking likes it out there.
And they're also like, how we love Cordell and Serena. Like they're just also like visually like so beautiful to look at. I think Miguel and Leah are just like such a beautiful couple.
Yeah.
I need them to also last. The fact that this though is why the show is so great. Because yes, we get the heartbreak and shittiness of what happened with Jana and Kenny. But then you get the Cordells and the Serenas. You get the Leahs and the Miguels.
I go back and forth. Like, I think everyone, this was such a great casting of a season of a show, and it worked, and everyone fell in love with all these people. So yeah, naturally, you're going to try to do a reality show if all these people are together and remain friends. Cool, here for it. But then I'm like, is this that? Or is this, let's put them all together and see what shows we can get out of this? And that could just be me, my like development brain working. But again, if Leah and Miguel don't have a farm and put that shit on a YouTube channel, then bro, I need that show. I need the show where Leah and Miguel
Why doesn't NOWDIFY
have a
produce
farm.
it?
Yeah, all right, if they pay for it.
Yeah. No, I need that show
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah, I need that show.
Yeah, no,
I
I
need the
didn't
Leah
even-
and Miguel farm show.
Yeah, I need to see her hugging the purring turkey
Yeah,
and all of that.
1,000,000%.
Only thing I want to add about Miguel is that just that he seems to have such a good take on so much other shit that he's another person that I'm kind of dying to know. Like, you had to have seen some weirdness with Kenny, right? Like, I would just love to know from Miguel, like, something was always a little off.
For
you
sure.
know?
I don't think he said anything as egregious as what was in those text messages to Miguel, because obviously, like, that whole
Yeah.
his girl and
Yeah.
Janae are so tight. So it's like he probably, again, like we said in the beginning, she was painting these red flags white. And I'm sure Miguel picked up on this, but then everyone's thinking like, but they are really in love, or like, of course she wants to be with him, and whatever.
Yeah. I just want, like, since all the guys did unfollow, I would just like to know if that was an easy task for all of them. I think there's some that didn't. I don't think Kendall did.
Which tracks.
But it could be.
Shocker, yeah, what a fucking dumbass.
Kendall is really out for a lot of clout, in my opinion. Not that he's a bad guy. I just think that he's really here for the fame.
Right, but then wouldn't he be the first, like, a bandwagon jump then, you know, like?
No, because I don't think he makes good decisions. And we're actually getting into the
Okay.
Kendall scene, which is when he goes to visit his sister at the photography studio.
Okay.
And he does bring up what had happened last season. And I wanted to talk to you guys about it, like the stuff with Nicole and that's what I mean. Like, I don't think he's making good decisions. I think he's like talking to this girl on FaceTime or whatever the video was, making a video for her.
I don't understand any of that story. And when we watch the
said he was
reunion,
gonna explain it.
what?
Harris said he was going to explain it.
Oh, okay. One thing, when we watched the reunion, Mike and I think, looked at each other at the same time and said basically like, oh, this is why Andy Cohen's stepping in this year. That reunion.
Oh, she was so bad.
Yes.
I mean, but like, so bad, but may not have been bad on another kind of reunion. But this reunion, like that kind of show, those kids, like how, like, yeah, there's someone's with a heavy hand.
She's out of her
hand.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I think there's probably a difference between being a fan of a show and then bring. Hold on, someone's calling me. Yeah, hi, this is the producer of fucking Love Island. Do you want to host next season? What? You know what I mean? Like, there's got to be a little, like, she was a fan and now she's so like, it's easy for a fan to get overrun by these people who are now popped off as full-blown celebrities. Like, at the time, they're bigger than Ariana, you know?
You know what her
In a weird way.
Yeah, her biggest issue was, because I think that she could have been coming from the standpoint of a fan, and because oftentimes we'll watch reunions, and I know that every time we would watch like a Love is Blind reunion, they would just be getting into like the goods of it, and Nick or Vanessa would always go, okay, well, you guys can get into that in your own time. And we'd be like, no.
Their
time is our time. The time is now.
This is our time where we're just finally getting to it. This is all we're here for, literally. So I wonder if she thought, I'm going to be the host that lets them say it all and lets them really get into the nitty gritty of it, and like lets them keep going and keep yelling at each other, because like that's, as a fan, maybe she's thinking that's what I wanted to see. What I think her biggest misstep is her not realizing that nobody knew what they were talking about. Like, all she needed to do was go, for those who haven't, you guys have all just been living your own lives. For those of you for the last month, this is what's been going on. He arrived here on this day, had a phone call with, do you want to explain it, or should I because we were sitting there going, I think it was like 15 minutes of like them just yelling at each other. And we were like, what are you talking about?
This is why I stop us and say, for people who don't know who Anthea is or who haven't been following this show, we should talk about the backstory.
Yes.
And so the backstory, again, it's a little foggy, but from what I remember, and Harris, you will come in and fucking clean my clock when you say like, this is actually what happened, but it's roughly like this. Right before, I think it was like, he's in the hotel waiting to go on Love Island, and he sent a video to some chick, or like hooked up with a girl on like one of those like dating apps or whatever, like the night before he left for Love Island. And I think like even sent her a video being like, hey, that was a great time. when I get out, like we'll pick this up again.
Yeah.
And then he goes into Love Island, which is like, you don't bring sand to the beach. You don't go into a dating show with a backup chick waiting in the wings for when you're done, especially because then he was there with.
Is that all? Like, is that it?
I feel like he slept with her the night before and then said, like, I'm coming for you when I get out, which if you're meeting.
I'm not mad at that either. You don't know what you're,
you
could go home day one.
Did he go home and
like,
text her and be like, yo, I'm back, let's fucking bang? Or
No,
did
I
he
think
go home and
sent
be
a
like,
video
yo, I
and was like,
fucking.
I'm like, nothing in here is gonna, not these words exactly, but basically like, I am coming, like, this is bullshit. I'm coming for you.
Yeah.
When this is done. And it's like, don't go on
When
a
it's
dating show.
done, though. Like, but then he went and he met this girl that he seemingly fell in love with. So did he go home and then the girl's like, yo, I heard you're
No,
back.
but Kendall never told Nicole
But did
about
he
this
go?
shit.
Fine, he didn't have to.
This is the same
He
thing
didn't
happened
even
on
know
Love is
this
Blind,
girl.
and we totally were for the girl. The girl, I can't remember any of their names, but I can't even remember my own name.
Yeah.
The people that were the guy and the girl who we were like, this guy's a massive douchebag.
Yes.
And how he clearly doesn't want to be with her anymore. And he said, you were hooking up with someone a week before you came on the show.
Yeah.
And like you slept with him like 5 or 7 days before. And she's like, and?
Yeah, but here's the difference. One, whether it doesn't matter, she could be sleeping with him and having fun or not having fun. She was like, no, it was like a casual thing, right? Because I was going to go in here and I didn't know it was going to happen, right? And she didn't say, hey, I'm going on this dating show to find my husband. I know it's a bag of bullshit. I'm going to come and find you when I'm off the show.
If he wouldn't have, like, you think that those words should hold weight?
Because he never told Nicole about it, being like, listen, I was being messy before I came in here. The night before checking into Love Island, I hooked up with this chick and I told her, like, I thought this was going to be bullshit and I wasn't going to meet anyone and I was going to come find her.
I'm like, this is lost on me.
give
Like, I
a
wouldn't give a
fucking
flying
shit.
shit
Really?
because I think that there are so many dating shows now. This is like the only one that you're really seeing it work for people. So I guess that could be something to that. But like, for the most part, you got to set yourself up for, like, obviously you go in with a positive attitude, but like, I think anybody that's ever been hurt one time in their life has enough like protection
nothing
armor
to
around
do with-
themselves to know I got to go in here knowing I could literally be sent home by the end of this episode.
Yeah. So there's that. There's all those things, right? that,
Oh,
like,
sorry. And
you're-
then he did lie to her. That was it. Then she was like, wait, I saw this video. I guess someone sent it to her and he said like it was a lie. So like,
Oh,
he also lied
okay.
about
If he lied about it, then that's
Yes, I'm
different
just getting,
thing.
like I said, I didn't.
Well, listen, I don't condone lying, but like that part I do recall. It was her, like the reason that he was like, well, I lied about it because when they had just like gotten like it, like they just got home or something, and like he turned on his phone and it was all this shit happened, and then but she walked in, so he was kind of like, I didn't know what to do, so I lied about it. Again, it's tough when you put yourself in that position, then you got to lie about shit. So like that sucks.
And I'm missing
But,
a
like,
piece of the
I don't-
story,
I'm
just to be
not-
clear. I can't
I don't know
remember
if you
where
are
it is.
because now I think that was it.
Yeah, I don't unless he
lying is
fucking
weird.
got back. It's weird and it sucks, but it's also not like it's a Kendall lie. Like I don't like listen. I never didn't like Kendall. I always called Kendall Carlton the whole time we were watching it. Carlton from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. He is fucking Carlton. And Shannon Fall was like, no, he was a nerdy kid and then he had a glow up one day. He's like the comedian Matt Rife. Like, you wake up one day, fucking hot. Happened to me when I was a little kid. I'm kidding. It hasn't happened yet. But it will. I hope. So, like, yeah, I think Shannon's right. Like, he was a nerdy kid and then all of a sudden, like, oh, his muscles popped off. He grew up. He filled out. And, like, a girl was like, you guys fucking seen Kendall? Like, oh, he's kind of hot this year.
Yeah. He is
And
so cute.
He's super cute. And then somebody somebody told him that, and like he went from Kendall at the fucking nerdy Kendall who didn't have lace, to like hot guy Kendall. But he's still nerdy. He's still Carlton, right? He's a total Carlton. So like that to me, again, I'm not condoning lying. I'm not condoning like messy, sneaky dudes. I hate cheaters. All of that. But that seemed like a Carlton lie. Like a dude who got trapped by a hot girl
But
and was
I don't
like,
know.
I
There
don't
was-
know how to deal.
Yes, but there's something else I'm missing and I can't get the whole story from what I'm reading online. But I guess I can't remember. It was apparently a non-consensual sexual video that got leaked.
What?
Right. And I can't, but then like, I think
non-consensual, like he was having sex with
he
someone
met
and
some
it was
chick on Raya. They hooked up. I don't know. I think he sent her a sexual video of like, you know, sexting or phone sex type shit. And I guess that because I guess he was saying that like, I'm into you when the show's over or whatever. And so he sent her this video the night before he left. And I think she leaked the video, which is fucked up if I'm remembering. Or
yeah, because even
correctly.
she says, I think the whole reason that she's mad is because he
lie.
lied about it. Because even she says, that's so fucked up that happened to you and that should never happen to anyone. So like, it seemed like whatever happened, if there's a victim in that, then he was one more so victimized.
Yes. That's what, this is the thing. It's never the crime. It's always the cover up.
Yeah.
So when she said, hey, did this happen? And he was like, no, it didn't. And he lied about it.
Yeah.
I don't think they would have broken up in that. They might have broken up 6 months later, but in that moment, I don't think they would have broken up if he just said like, yes, before I went on the show, this is what I did, but I like you so much. I was scared to say that because I didn't want you to think I was bullshitting you.
Yeah.
But this came out and now also I'm having panic attacks because now this non-consensual sexual video is out about me. And I think that that's the whole issue.
You know how they do the questions about the what's your body count and yada yada. One of the questions should be, when was your last hookup before arriving? And then just get that out of the way now. And then if they lie about it, then okay, well, there's your first lie. But then maybe they all know these bunch of hot-bodied babes are boning everyone, so they don't want to set you up for that. Like, because I think that every show wants to say like, our couples make it. We've got more people that are still together or got married or whatever. So maybe they don't ask that because it would cause problems. I don't know, man.
The next scene we get into is the FaceTime between Aaron and Connor when Connor's shopping and Aaron's back in the UK for this episode. And I actually was dying to know Mark's opinion on this because you're the only dude here. So first of all, I know it's, how about this? I understand I might be painting red flags white and I could be setting myself up for a deep heartbreak that I am loving Aaron 2.0 and believing that like, this is a man who is changing his ways, blah, blah, blah. But that conversation that they had on the rooftop at the end of, not this episode, the one before, just fucking got me when she's just like, actually, I'm not okay. And like, he wants to give her that whole thing, right? And you can tell that they still care about each other. But then in this conversation he's having with Connor, he goes, I just want Kaylor to be okay. Because when she got the kidney stones, he was the first person to call her, to FaceTime her. Like, why is he doing all of this? And then he goes, I just want her to be okay because then I don't have to worry about her. What does that mean? Does that mean he still has feelings for her? Does that mean that he just feels guilty because he hurt her?
Probably that.
But he
like,
doesn't
I think
like her
deep down, Aaron is a good dude. Like, I think he's a nice guy. He seems funny, like a good kid. We've all made some dumb mistakes, woke up the next and then realized like, oh, the reason that was dumb is because so-and-so's mad about it. Like I hurt somebody, like, you know what I mean? Like, so I think he even said like his parents weren't super pumped. Like his mom watched and was like not very happy with his behavior.
Fuck Aaron.
Yeah. So like, I think if your mom's not happy, like, and you're close to your mom, like that's going to fuck you up a little. So I think it's probably a lot of that.
So you don't think he has any feelings for her anymore?
I don't know if I believe that necessarily.
Meaning you do think he still has some feelings for her?
I think maybe so.
See, I think he does too.
Yeah.
But I can't tell because I don't speak guy fluently like you do.
I mean that the grit, like you don't smile like
That's
that when you
right.
don't like have something going on inside.
You don't take off your jumper and give it to her.
No, you do.
Like
that's not a
but
thing.
in that way, like I just feel like they were doing it.
Yeah, but like that's such a. I mean that's a 101. But like the grit, like the smiles on his face, those are uncontrollable. Those are coming from deep within. That's an emotion that's coming in, like showing itself on a face he can't control. Because you can see him, he'll do it, and then he'll realize it, and he'll He'll try to stop it, and then it pops up again. It happens with her. You can't do anything about that.
That's not AI.
That's not AI. And so I think there is something there. I think if they were both like, you know what, eraser, let's start from square one. I don't think they can, but like.
I do. Do you know what I think? If I really believe this. This is like, let's go. We've got Natalie's totally baseless conspiracy theories. This is like, let's go to like Courtney's La La Land, or like we could pick a better title for it, but just go with me while we're in development. Like if Aaron could man up and realize like, okay, what's done is done. I have worked so hard on my mental health. I've worked so hard to like mature myself and not be the Aaron of yesteryear. And I get it. I'm still young. We live in different countries, whatever it is. But like clearly the universe keeps bringing us together. It's not that fucking
Peacock
hard.
keeps bringing us together.
The cock keeps bringing us together.
In the NBC Uni family.
Yes, because we are a family. Clearly, like we're in each other's orbs. I know this is going to sound crazy, but like, especially because it might not be the easiest thing, but like, I want to be that man that I know I can be, one, and I want to be that man for you. I really feel like if he said that to Kaylor, I feel like she would give him a second chance. I feel like they could live so fucking happily on a farm in the Cotswolds and then like vacation in Ibiza or some shit like that. Mm-hmm. And she would have some goats and he would have his golden retriever and they could make their cute camping videos where she's like, fuck Aaron. And they're like, I think if he could be the best version of himself and calm her fears, I think she would say yes. And I think they could give it a good run. I'm not saying they'd stay together forever, but I think they'd have a really important relationship for both of them.
I think that there's and I don't know this, but just in the last few episodes, because I started season 6 and I was like, oh God, Kaylor, please stop talking for a while. And then I don't know when, but something happened and I was like, she's kind of funny. And then something happened and I was like, okay, she's fucking funny and she's cute. And I like Aaron. Okay, cool. I'm in on Kate. Like I flipped. Yeah. And it wasn't literally until these last couple episodes when I was like, oh my God, are you like this all the time? Like, like, do you just, anything that happens, you're going to hang on to it and then you're just going to go and go and go and go. And like, that's your jam is just, I got to like, get it off my chest, girl. Like, I can't, this is getting to be, and I thought of Jen O'Toole. This is going to be too much. Like, dang, this girl's a lot. Oh, wait a minute. And then Aaron would swoop. And then, so like I said in the beginning, like watching these two together made that statement so true.
The sum is greater than its parts with the two of them.
It is. But she's not going to, like, I love Aaron. I think I've always liked Aaron all the way through the season, pretty much. But I also don't trust him anymore, right? But I don't have to trust him. I'm a fucking dude. So I don't think she's going to trust him enough ever to allow that to happen. And I think that he maybe, now that they have gone and spent some time in the real world, I think that he's probably seen a little bit of that side of her. And now he's like, I'm good. Mm-hmm. So
that's exactly, well, I think more, but
yeah. So he's never going to give it a chance because he's got a little mini ick. She's never going to give it a chance because she doesn't trust him. And it would take the two of them to go live on the farm.
And that's what I'm saying.
But they won't do it.
Okay, well, let me live in my land.
If they got pushed there, right? Because of the Peacock or whatever, they're like, oh, you're going to be the ranch hands on Miguel and Leah's farm.
Yeah.
Then after season 3, when they just are like, no, we're not, they fall in love again. But they would never, I don't think they ever choose to do it. It has to be an accident.
Okay. What do you think, Natty Boo Pie?
I think that after he left and after the reunion and those days where they had 2 good days in New York, and then Liv showed up and it seemed to all go to shit after that. And he said he couldn't even talk to her. He couldn't, like, Liv showed up and was like, and it was like she didn't want to have anything to do with him anymore. Like,
it seems like she ruined everything.
Yeah. Like, this happens to so many people that go on these shows. Like, obviously they don't realize like the power of the show, or like they do because they've watched it, but then like I don't think they ever put themselves, they're
It's
thinking
totally
that
different
like it's totally different experience. I don't think Aaron was built for that kind of backlash and that kind of hate. Like, some people can just like withstand it or like see it and like combat it and whatever. I think that Aaron drowned in it, and I think it's why he left the country and went back and like went to a place where like he said didn't have socials. Like, I don't think he used his phone. I think he was just like basically out living with sheep out in the middle of nowhere and whatever. I think that there's a good chance that Aaron might have done more work on himself than I could really even. I don't know anyone that seems to have done such a 180 from who he was, but it's not just like the work. I think he's also still very damaged from all that. I think he's super gun shy. So I think that right now, I think he sees Kaylor, and any guy that watches that girl walk into a room, I think that she's a light bulb in the room. I think she brightens the whole space. I think she's beautiful and sweet and a good time and wants to like just laugh with you. And like, God, if you think about all the challenges, I think she was the best kisser, the best ass cheeks, the best like.
And she's a baby.
Yeah, and
what is she?
But
22,
everybody
23?
was like, "Oh my God, I hugged this girl. Oh my God, I kissed this girl." Like the blindfolds, like they're like number 7, whoever number 7, and it was always Kaylor. Like, it was. There's something about her that is all those things. So I think that he definitely has feelings for her. I think that he now sees her to be very immature and very high strung and a lot of just like it's like she's gonna get set off. Like, when she was yelling at Liv about all those things, the camera thing is a weird thing, like that, making up a lie about the camera. Like, by the time I heard Liv's side of it, where Liv was like, I shouldn't have lied, but like it was because I was getting something from like the business owner who asked, I want to give you this, but I don't talk about it with it. Sometimes people get in, like, everyone has their own business relation. Like, they can do whatever they want as an individual and business for yourself. Like, I understood a little bit, a tiny bit of like, that there could be some reason as to like, no, everyone for himself here. Okay. But it's still weird. But the other things, you didn't tell me you were going to get glam. You didn't invite me to a party that like even you yourself didn't know that you were going to until you were there. And it turns out nobody was really invited. It like the people, like, she seems to have a lot of distrust, and she says that I don't know what happened within her family, but there just seems to be a lot of things that I think Aaron is looking at and going, not that he's like, oh, you need to fix your shit. I think that he knows that she is going to bring up something again. He is very gun shy that he might do something. Did he tell her every single thing that he did? Did he tell her the 17, was it 17 or 18 times that we kissed? Because if it's 18, everything else has come out. She's going to find out about it, and then we're going to be back at square one. I don't think Aaron has the stamina to take a risk on having to go back to that place where everyone is yelling at him again, where he has disappointed her yet again. He has lied about something knowingly or fucking because he forgot, because now it's been a year, and he's watching her and just thinking, I wish that she could get this under control, because I think he does love her, but it's like it's not, I don't want, it's not too much. This is a fucking explosion waiting to happen, and I'm not equipped. That's what
I'm saying. Like, if he could just totally say like, I'm all like, you know,
but it's not about him being all in. He could be all in. He recognizes that she has, like, I'm not trying to say that he needs her to clean up her side of the street first, but because he might know that every single thing that she feels and all of her distrust issues, he might know all of those reasons. Like, I don't know what they are. He might know it and be like, she's totally, I would do that too. I would feel that same way. She is totally has the right to feel all those things, all warranted. But she's going to say something to me, and I'm not like, we're going to find ourselves in the same position. So it's not about him being man enough to say, I'm going to take all this on. It's about saying, this is not going to work right now. God willing, it will in a year from now, but I don't know where we'll be.
But when I say like, what I mean by when I say all in, and I feel like I was saying this before, but maybe I wasn't making it clear, is like, I am the man that like I want to be. I'm honest. I'm clear with everything. Like you're not going to catch me in a lie because I'm not lying about shit. Like I said, the Aaron of yesteryear was, right? So he's really grown up. He's matured. You know, when you see, and maybe this shit only happens in movies, but I feel like people have this experience in real life where like maybe you dated someone in your 20s and then now you re-meet them in your 50s and both of you have gone through a divorce or whatever. And you're like, wow, wait, this is so great. Why didn't it work in our 20s? And one person's like, because I was a train wreck.
Yeah.
Because I had these good parts, but I was also a train wreck. So I'm just, and I'm not saying it's all on him. I'm just saying the thing that Jen O'Toole said, like someone seems like they're too much, or what's the exact thing? Seems like they're too much.
Someone seems needy until their needs are met.
Until their needs are met. And I'm just wondering really quick if she felt that really stable, calm energy from him. And then she went out on a limb to be like, yes, I'm trusting everything now. I'm all in. We're not asking like questions of the past. We're moving forward. And again, it's not going to happen.
It's not.
She's not ready.
It's not. So you both have. No, hold on. It is a rom-com, and Joe Schmo can help us with this. I'm almost positive I've seen this, but I can't pick where I've seen it. And probably she's going to be like, yeah, it's because you've seen it 17,000 times. It is a rom-com construct and storyline. And the storyline is boy and girl are together. Boy is immature. Girl is also immature, but more mature than the boy. So she seems like she has her shit together. She tells boy, you need to get your shit together. Something horrible happens. The boy does something stupid, embarrassing. They break up. Boy does go get his shit together, goes on a journey, an adventure, a therapy, whatever it is, a retreat, finds himself, realizes all this stupid shit he does by the help of his friends and his family who tell him like, yo, this fucking, right? He does it. He comes back to the girl and realizes what you said, this has happened, right?
Yeah.
So he's gone and done the work, and now he's done so much work that he looks at her and is like, ooh, you need to take some of your own advice, and now it's your turn. So like, and he's not literally, like it could be totally subconscious, but I think you are right. Like he probably did go back. Like he did do the most work. He spent the time with his brother. He spent the time off socials thinking.
Got a dog.
Yeah, got a dog. But like I think that his family and his brother probably was like, yo, you're a dick. Why did you do all that stupid shit? That's not you or whatever, right?
Raised you like, better. That's not who you are. Yeah.
So I think he did do a lot of growing, and then came back to realize like, oh, I outgrew you.
I don't know if he recognizes that he outgrew her. I think he recognizes that they will, he knows well enough to know they will be, while she is still, because she's in a manic state right now. That's how it feels to me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that he feels some kind of way about his contribution to that, because she did say, okay, fine. Like after, he just kept getting caught time after time. Like he got caught in so many lies. At a certain point, I think we were all just like, this is not the guy for you. Like this is like at the time in
the reunion, like all the way until the reunion.
That it was like, you guys are not. Yeah, like, exactly.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
what? You forgot to tell her you finger blasted this girl, bro.
Yeah.
Ooh, what?
Yeah.
Like this is a joke. This is becoming a dumb joke. You're being a stupid idiot.
So now I just think that he knows that she's not equipped to leave that in the past and see him for all the changes that he has made. She is also very clearly, to me, chasing something. She doesn't know what she's chasing, but like she met a guy at Stagecoach.
Yeah.
Now he doesn't want to, but we made it on a porta potty, but now he doesn't want to hang out with me today. Okay, because I'm not his girlfriend. Okay, that's weird. Is this a 2-day, like you guys met yesterday? You're back from Skate. yesterday.
Technically, I think it's 2 weekends.
Okay.
That counts for anything.
Well, then she's dating another. Wait, I thought you were done dating that guy. Well, this is his friend.
Yeah, no.
So another TikToker,
Well, I
and
didn't
like,
know it
isn't
was
that the
his
same
Oh no, he's
group?
the TikToker's manager. Works at the management company or
But
the
she
agency.
didn't know they were
Is he like an
friends.
assistant there?
Probably. No
I
shade.
think those two.
but
I think
that's-
those two manage social media people
Okay,
or
so
work at the management company.
Yeah.
I don't think they're schmucks. Those two kids. Those two
no,
guys.
isn't the Montana Boys? Isn't that is that the same group of TikTokers that Kristen
Kristen
Cavallari
Cavallari
was
did,
dating?
yeah.
One of them.
Yeah.
Was it either of the guys that?
No.
Okay,
Mm.
good.
But yeah, no.
But the
This,
fact that she's like, oh yeah, I didn't know they were
Caleb was-
friends. Well, what does he do? Well, he's his manager.
he works at the
What?
agency that
okay.
that manages
Yeah.
Caleb or whatever.
So like she's clearly still like chasing guys that she doesn't even really like, but like this seems fun. Like she just kind of gets wrapped up in things, and so I think he's noticing all of that too. But I think that he when he talks about I just need to know she's okay and whatever, I think that he is taking so much responsibility for his contribution to the level of manic that she has now like been found herself at, which is so lovely of him. That he recognizes that and is like,
Well,
no, it is.
no, it is. But is it lovely that he's recognizing it? Because she's telling him just about every time. When he's like, are you happy? No, I was way happier before the villa. I went to the villa as a one girl and I came out a totally devastated, crushed girl. You know who did that? You did that, Aaron.
Well,
So like, and I'm not saying he didn't, but
I mean,
like
'cause there was
she's
just
definitely
so-
not letting him forget
Right,
that
I
she
know.
is not the same person.
and I'm with that
she's
because she
crushed
did it to Liv
and
too.
blah, blah, blah.
She's doing weird shit. She's bringing up a lot of shit. I don't know, like I don't know what that's about, but that isn't something you would think like you would have a ton of confidence that things are going to go swimmingly. And I think that he knows that he is not his shell is still being rebuilt. And it's like, I don't even know where I'm like, this isn't even my country. I don't even live here.
Yeah.
Like, but he definitely still loves her. Definitely. I truly believe
I
that.
think so too.
Yeah.
And I think that he's using strength mixed with a little bit of also like, like he's also kind of like put off by it, but it's
But
all
then when they
love,
talk
though.
one-on-one, I don't think he can really.
He
fight
can't. No,
that,
yeah. He gets back in there, but I think already from scenes from the next, we see that she's invited some guy to the party that they're at next, and he's like, "You're doing
Because I think
this
she's trying to elicit a reaction.
right," which is exactly what which to any girl we've all did that when we were 23, you know, but like a dude with 1% of emotional intelligence will spot that and will be totally turned off by that. And I think that we're witnessing that in Aaron is turned off by that. Not
Yes, and this is what I'm saying. If all the bad habits could die,
Yeah.
these two could have a lovely moment in time.
Oh,
No, but it's
yeah.
not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
Yeah,
I agree.
there's no.
But I'm living in my la la
if a
land.
million people's bad habits went away.
Well, we're just talking about Kaylor and Aaron right now. Okay. The next scene, I don't even want to talk about it, quite frankly. It's with Kendall and Liv, who I'm not super into either one of these people.
Yeah.
They're not bad.
I liked
whatever.
her before. I like Liv in the villa, but
But not on this show for some reason.
But are her and Kendall banging? Or when does that come out? Episode 5 or 6?
Oh, they're
or
hooking up?
7?
thought
I
she
heard
was
that
dating
too,
the
but I
athlete.
don't even know where I heard that.
I mean, you probably just realized it because they're together all the time. They're doing TikToks. Watch us get ready. What for? What? Why are you at her house?
No,
Why
I
are you
think
being
they're
rude?
they're all
doing that.
fun, they're all friends. Like I think as
They
much as they
seem
come
real
out, the
close.
relationships last. I think a ton of friendships are like really stand the test of time. So I would not be surprised at all because they all live together. Once you've lived together already in a weird
But
way,
then they showed too in the beginning when she walked in and he was like, "That is my type." That
Right, I'm gonna
is
explain something
who-
to you,
what-
Mike.
Like perfect.
She looks at Kendall like that's her gay best friend.
Okay,
Kendall
yeah,
looks
fine.
at Liv as like that's my ideal woman, Annie Herman Boyer Young, but she has no.
Yeah.
She's dating an athlete, and I'm not saying that that's the be all end all, but like that's where her head's at, not hooking up with Kendall. Because if she wanted to hook up with Kendall, she already would have.
All right, fair enough.
but you're
and-
saying that you're because I
just
thought
seem
that
like
I
a-
read that somewhere.
I didn't know.
Did-
Just watching the
you were just saying
episodes,
it
I
as
was
a-
like,
oh, okay.
these
Yeah.
two seem very chummy and close and huggy and a
Yeah.
lot of that going on. Which I was, and then they flash back to the like him saying like, "Oh, she's my type," which like, yeah, you're right. But
I wouldn't hate those
also
two together.
again, there's 1,000 bazillion hours of footage and everything you see means something. So when they flash back to that, and I was already kind of thinking, I was like, oh, okay, cool. So we're doing this.
If there's like some wacky drunken night that they have where they hook up,
they're either together and it's going to come out, or that's the will they won't they story that they're going to push for the next 6 episodes.
I just wouldn't hate, like, I would never look at those two and be like, they should pair up. But if something happened between them and there was a spark, I would not be shocked, because I think that they both could learn a lot from one another. Like, they both have like good and shitty qualities that could actually find their, I don't know, she's very assertive. She calls bullshit immediately. Kendall's kind of full of bullshit. Yeah. Like, I don't even think he means to be. I think she would help him learn, like, maybe you didn't mean what you just said, but never say that again. He'd be like, oh, okay. Like, I think that would be an interesting, like, time spent is all.
I think Kendall could learn a lot from her. I think she would get bored of
she might, but he also might really show her a lot of love. And I don't think she's been shown a lot of love in a while.
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. They're here doing their hosting stuff.
Oh, that's right. I forgot that they have that in common.
I meant his sex videos.
Listen, good for you. Go after your dream. I'm just, for whatever reason, it just doesn't. This is not getting me.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So then no one has anything to say about that. Then the next.
Said a whole bunch about it.
No, about the hosting scene specifically.
We already kind of talked about it, right?
Well, we weren't on air when we talked about it.
Oh, we weren't?
No.
Okay, well, that's a bummer.
A lot of great material.
Yeah, it really was.
It was fine. You missed nothing. Yeah. Okay, the next scene, I also don't even feel like talking about this scene, because I thought this scene was also a nothing burger. It's the one where Janae and Kenny and Leah and Miguel go to the park to get Juan the dog. And again, it's the same thing as scene 1 with Janae and Kenny. Kenny does not want to touch this dog with a 10-foot pole. You can see how avoidant he's being. You can see the whole squirrel stuff that Janae's doing is irritating him. Obviously, now we know why. And I just didn't get any new information from the scene other than the fact that this is not going to end well.
Yeah.
And that was, my feeling from jump with them before this whole scandal came out.
I hope Janae gets the Ariana treatment and gets a fucking show and gets a million things. I think she will too. And I'm really curious to see what that will be, because
why do I feel like Janae gives desire to be the perfect soccer mom more than what, like, Ariana wanted to be an actor and be on Broadway and do all those things. Like, that's what I always say about Ariana. It's like, bums me out. It's like it turns out she's really good at being on Broadway, apparently, right? Like, she's killing all these roles. She's getting crazy reviews. And so, like, my thing was always like, that sucks. That would have been great if she could have just done that by herself and, like, not had to be, like, always have that thing. And I hope she doesn't, but maybe she'll always have a thing of, like, oh, fuck, It's like Chicken Fry when she didn't take Homeboy's money because she was like, what am I going to do? Sit in a fucking house that I bought for the rest of my life and be like, fucking asshole bought this house. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't think Ariana could think that at this point, because it's like, listen, it's almost like, if you're pretty or whatever, people say like, oh, you just got that because you're pretty. And it's like, right, that got me in the door. It didn't keep me in the room. And I think that with Ariana specifically, she has had such a successful run in Chicago on Broadway that it's like, if you sucked, it's business. The asses aren't going to be in seats. People aren't going to be coming to see you. You got an extended run. Like, they keep inviting you back, and it's because you are making them money, and it has to be because you're doing a good job.
Yeah, no, agreed.
Right?
Yeah.
And like, she did the first season of Love Island. It went really well. They brought her back for another season, and it's doing well. So like,
did she win Dancing with the Stars, or was she second runner up?
I don't know. My point is,
killed
if Sandoval never bangs Raquel, we're waiting for Vanderpump season 13, and those two are still together. That's my point. So like, and she's not on Broadway. She's not doing Dancing with the Stars. None of these accolades are coming her way. Deserved, totally deserved. It's just that. It's like, so I don't know if Janae, getting back to Janae, like, I don't know if, like, Ariana wanted those things. To me, I feel like if you were like, Janae, do you want shows and all the Ariana treatment? And she'd be like, you know what I want? Give me a motherfucking husband that's going to listen to what I say, because I know what's going on. And if he listens, we're going to be fucking top-notch #1 ruling this whole shit. That's what I think Janae wants. And I think There's another. Were you showing me the TikTok of the one dude that was like, "Yo, Kenny, you're a fucking idiot. Janae, my name's Chris. I'm a manager of a Chick-fil-A. I do this. If you just reach out,
I'm taking these classes. I'm doing this. I'm going to this place
so
next year. Got big plans.
Yeah, it was so
Holla.
amazing. He's like, call me, dude.
But I think what
I got
Natalie-
you.
I think what I took from what you're saying is like her version of what Ariana got. That was right for Ariana. But I hope
not
Janae gets
acting
that.
and this and that. Just like I think that she would be a great host of something. I don't think she wants to go on Dancing with the Stars and go on Broadway and be an actor. I've never seen her won any of those things, but I think that she would like to be a suggester extraordinaire, you know, and get all the deals that she wants. Like I always think about like, imagine if like you could just like went around your house and like if you were an influencer, brands were wanting to pay you to do this. What if you were so big or like so loved that you could just call and be like, I'm going to do meteor wine. I'm going to do these chips, like things I already eat, things I already drink, things I already use. Like I'm not waiting for you to come to me and then try your skincare and then tell about it. I'm going to tell you about the fucking Estee Lauder shit that I've been using for a million years.
There's basically
and like,
a way to do it. It's called like my look or like the look, and you just tag products that you're using. And you get paid by the company. So you don't even have to go to the companies if the companies are available, which all of them are. It's like how Bethany Frankel does most of her Amazon shit and all that stuff. So like we now live in a day and age where like you don't even have to do like contact the company. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah,
but I'm talking about big fucking year-long campaigns. Like the big dollar, big shit, not like your affiliate links and not like you're getting some, like it's just a thing. Oh, like what you're saying is websites. I'm talking about like the Tresemme, but I don't believe that DeSorbo uses fucking Tresemme. I bought that in college when I was poor, you know. Right. I'm talking about like the shit you want, and then you're getting $500,000 from them because they're like, yes, Janae, you want, yes.
That's what I want. Tresemme the one that's giving you $1 million.
No, I know, totally, but I don't think Paige really uses Tresemme.
I don't either.
I don't. It's dog shit.
It's like Red Bull and Monster Energy sponsor a lot of motocross dudes, but and nowadays motocross, they're like fucking everything macros, working out. They're not like the tattooed crazy motocross dudes of yesteryear. Yeah. They're like full blown athletes now, but they have to sit at the podium and drink their fucking Red Bulls and they dump them out and fill them with water. That's what they were doing. So now Monster and Red Bull, they fill cans with water, and that's what they send all the kids, the sponsor drinks. What do you mean?
That like they're making it look like people are drinking the drink, but it's water in there because their shit's so toxic that these people who are healthy don't want to drink it.
I mean, listen, I think these kids probably drink Red Bull, but like, that most of them are like, no, but that shit is,
I always say I was in a Salon Selectives ad and there was not one Salon Selectives product in the house when we were shooting that. Yeah. And it was a big campaign. Oh. Anyway, okay. Our next scene up is Kendall's going away party, which for me, the only thing I learned in this scene, besides again Kenny's continued piss poor behavior towards Janae, was that's when she like pet Milo and gave him treats and all that stuff, which was sweet. And I know that I've really struggled with this in the past, where it's like, oh, you just go on this reality TV show and then you're getting all these parts, and like here's dumb dicks like me who have like studied this craft of acting or whatever, and you just go out. How the world used to be, like go out on auditions. And I was really acting at that turnover where it's like you would not get parts because they were giving it to reality TV people. And it was shocking. Now it's just the way the world works. And I think I've just rolled over and been like, you know what? I'm happy for you, Cordell. He seems like a really nice kid. He seemed like a nice kid when he entered the villa. He had goals. He was going to use this platform for everything it was worth. He did it, and he's working. And good for you, boo. Yeah. As your girl says, we love a working man. And he also could get, I mean, listen, clearly that's not how he wanted to ever meet anyone. But he's really made his own life with this show. Like for being somebody in his brother's shadow his whole life. And then also saying that he has blocked or ghosted some exorbitant, what do you say? He's ghosted 1,000 girls or something?
1,001.
1,001
he's
girls.
Probably like over 1,000.
Yeah.
And as soon as he said it, like when I saw it, I was like, okay, dude. And then he was like, bro, I'm going to help my brother. Like as soon as he explained it, nothing has ever been so clear so fast to me. I was like, oh shit. It's probably 10 times that much. That was probably last year. Yeah.
So he could really get a bajillion girls, and he chose to do it this way, and seems really into being in this relationship. And I don't know. I just think that like you don't see that a ton. Usually when these kids, nobody, none of those kids usually find it as being in the shadow without its perks. But it seemed to be perkless for him. It seemed to be like anti.
Because he had different goals.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
I now remember when I started turning on Cordell and like turned into like liking him, and then kind of believing in their thing. It was the heart rate challenge when he came out as the the teacher. I'm gonna teach you, like, and he had his lisp and he like full on leaned into a character, played the role, played it the whole way through. Like broke character was giggling, but like at that moment I was like, it's like we live in LA and you could probably attest, like everybody wants to be an actor, right? But then you see a bunch of people act and you're like, oh cool, that was good. And then you'll see somebody act and you're like, oh shit, that's acting. That's a guy like that. They know it. That's fucking act. Like that's, you know, and I'm not saying Cordell's fucking Tom Cruise, but like that's when that happened. I was like, oh shit, dude, you're not like the funny cheesy spot. Like you might have something going on here. And then he kind of came out of his shell after that.
Yeah.
He won that challenge in a set. Like he raised the most heart rates. Everyone thought he was fucking amazing. So I'm sure there's hours of footage that we didn't see of everyone going up to him being like, dude, that fucking was funny, bro. That lit, like, dude. And he's like, well, yeah, no, I do want to be an actor. And they're like, dude, that was fucking good.
Yeah.
For the next few days, he kind of was being goofy and being character-y and like kind of stretching out that little actor muscle that, you know, that he's so, and it made me be like, oh, I don't think you're going to, I just remember thinking like, I don't think you're going to be a, you know, like a chump fucking
like a
cheese it guy.
Yeah.
Like you seem like there's something going on.
Yeah.
So it didn't surprise me that he was working and that he was getting roles. And then when he went and he had like, oh, I got called back, and everybody was like, wait, what? You're going back? He's like, yeah, they keep extending it. Like that's the fucking sick, or like a serial actor's fucking wet dream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
The next scene up is when Liv goes over to Kaylor's because, by the way, that sucks that she gets really bad kidney stones. That's got to be so brutal.
Yeah.
Not though when you like to complain about everything.
Okay, so this is what I was going to say about this scene, because as per usual, we are all seeing this differently, or you guys are actually seeing this, I think, on the same page, and I'm seeing it differently.
I don't know about, well.
I'm being a dick. I'm just, shocker.
Well,
that was a Mark comment, sorry.
But no, like from jump with this season, or from episode 1 of the show, I have not, like, I liked Liv in the villa, and she's really lost me here because I feel like she's one of those people that like moves to LA, is very transparent about wanting to social climb. It's really important that she keeps this athlete boyfriend of hers, and it's not going to happen. You're not going to, not to sound like a dick. It's just like things happen. Churning and burning is a real thing with the relationships out here, and especially with like people in the public eye. And I feel like she's prioritizing the dude over her friends. I feel like she did live at Kaylor's house, and the camera thing was really weird.
Yeah.
And I don't necessarily feel like she gave it the apology that would make, I think that's why Kaylor's a dog with a bone with it. And then the only reason I think she's talking about the glam stuff is because it's like, oh, well, now you've lied to me. And I see it. It's like Liv is so consumed, I feel, with doing the most, and like, is this outfit perfect? Is this look perfect? And I get it, you're on national television, but it's taking over to the point where I'm like, who's Liv? Because now you're just like a mishmash of trends, and like every outfit is the jacket over the shoulders. Like that's not organic. You don't always wear your jacket over the shoulder. Like she did it in her own house when she had her housewarming party. It's like, I feel like she's trying to just like show a lot. Do you know what I mean? It's the look is so much. The lips, the hair down to here, the nails, the
makeup
the
is
makeup,
so
it's
hardcore.
Yeah, like it's just all so much that I feel like we're losing Liv and like the great parts about her. And I think in her coming out to LA to try to be like the most fabulous, I'm dating this guy, I'm here, I'm becoming friends with a Kardashian, whatever. It feels like I'm getting a little bit of a, I don't want to say like a user vibe, because I don't necessarily think it's that. It just feels like, oh, there's a bigger, better deal right now. And Kaylor, you're not it. And Kendall, I'll do a post with you when I know we're going to make more money if we do it together than if I do it on my own. Like, I'm just not getting like this authentic vibe from her anymore. And maybe that's going to come around this season. She's lost me a little bit here. Like, even when she's sitting there with Kaylor, I'm like, you don't really give a shit that this girl was just in the hospital with kidney stones. You're here because you're filming. And like, she didn't get comfortable in her friend's apartment the way a friend would get comfortable and be like, oh my God, you were so sick. Wait, you sit down. Do you want me to get a cup of tea? Like, it's like, here are your flowers or whatever. And then when they sat down, she was just more so kind of invested in like thinking that Kaylor was crazy for going out with this new guy, which by the way, she totally is. But then just be real with your girlfriend and have like a more, it just said, I don't know. It was all reading off to me. And there was someone who made a comment in one of the earlier episodes that just goes, right, because where there's chaos, there's Liv. And I just think she's just out to get what she wants so badly that she's like causing a little bit of a chaotic wake in her.
I think Aaron said that.
Yeah. Aaron, whenever Aaron talks about Liv, I kind of take it with a grain, because I just think like she saw her, you dick over her friend. Like, what happened?
Maybe she fell over a little
It's a little
bit.
weeble wobble.
And now she's embarrassed. She can't believe that everybody. She's like, "Is that on film?
Yeah, we
You got
filmed
that on film?
No, you're not in the
No,
shot.
you're not in the shot. Lucky.
Yeah.
She's like, you lies. So Liv, I think, has always had a tough exterior. She has just a hard exterior. Has since the day she walked it, the day she stole Rob, like was just very like, she just, I don't know what's happened to her. I don't know what her past is, where she comes from. Like, I don't know if she's had to fend for herself a lot or if this is just.
She's a Kiwi.
Huh?
She's a Kiwi.
She's a Kiwi. They make them tough down there.
Yeah.
That's not
Oh,
a
okay.
Kiwi accent, but whatever.
Sometimes I think that her and Kaylor are just like a mismatch, because like I don't know how much older she is. Maybe she's not that much older, but she gives off like she's much older. Kaylor seems to be the youngest out of all of them. I don't know how old any of these people are.
Kaylor's like 22 or 23.
Oh, and
Liv
how old is Liv?
I don't know, but not
Okay.
that young.
So Kaylor, God love her, all the things, but she does seem very like, but you're my best friend, and best friends share everything. And best friends,
no, Liv is 23.
They're the same age. Holy shit.
let's see.
Liv feels like she's lived a whole lifetime.
But also, I'm telling you this, and we've talked about this before, it's all of the fucking injectables that she has in her face that also make her look older.
Oh, yeah.
And I know that Kaylor also is treading a very fine line with the lip injections and the Botox, but like, what doctor is putting that much shit in a 21-year-old's face? Because they didn't just get it. They had it when they were on the show over a year ago. So in a 22-year-old's face, you're putting that much Botox and lip filler?
I can't
That's
tell where the
crazy.
Botox is. Like, where, if they're 23 years old, do they even have a wrinkle to put?
They bill it as preventative.
Oh.
Kaylor's 22 and Liv is 23, which is insane to me.
Yeah.
But it actually does explain more of Liv's actions to me now. Not excuses them, but like, of course, no wonder she's like trying to make this happen and she doesn't realize that like if you play your cards right, you can just like have a career and be a good friend and all this shit. But anyway, you were saying
Liv just seems like she's outgrown. Like I think she wants to do what she wants to do, and I think that Kaylor wants to be invited to everything, wants to go everywhere together, wants to do like I don't think Kaylor wants to go pick up a shirt by herself. I think that she needs a buddy system on everything. I think it's a turnoff for Liv. Liv's just not that way. She just wants to. If she needs to go somewhere, she doesn't want to be like, hey, I'm going to go here. Do you want to come with? Like, it feels to me like she's feeling suffocated by Kaylor and wants to go out on her own. And I'm not saying that's totally fair, because I think that Liv cashed in when it was good for her, but then wants to fly free when it's good for her. And so it's just a miss. I don't think that they're going to be real friends for
No,
forever.
me either.
I mean, they might come mature and come back to each other, but like for right now, like they're not a good pair.
They're just in different rhythms.
Yeah.
Like they just want different things.
Yeah.
And I think exactly what you're saying, where it's like, oh, it seems as though Liv just wants to be able to fly by the seat of her pants. Right. Because like, you know, if you get this amazing invite somewhere, like I can bring myself, but I can't bring a +1.
Yeah.
And then maybe sometimes also she gets like a little emotional or dramatic and like, I need these people to like me because I want to get invited back because everyone there is like famous and what. And so she's thinking in a social climby way. And she's thinking that Kaylor is going to be dead weight. And
also probably already knows that the second she doesn't get, she doesn't invite her, that it's going to be a whole thing. And like, that you can start resenting someone if you think like, 100. I can't even tell her that I just need to, can I just please go on my own? I don't have to explain to you why I can't bring you to every single thing I am doing.
Yes, but let's just remember the history, right? Number one, this girl lived at Kaylor's house.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm sure that they had a very different relationship because Kaylor was meeting Liv's needs at that point, right? So it's like, we're sisters, we're best friends. They're having like this whole trustful thing. And then the shit happens with the camera. And now Kaylor's like, I don't fucking trust you. I want to trust you, but I don't. And so then when they were supposed to have the boyfriend's birthday party, and she goes, no, we're just going to dinner. And not only did you not just go to dinner, you did go out to a club and Kendall was there. Even if it all happened the way that Liv said it happened, which I have a feeling that there's some white lies in there, which it's fine. You can go to your boyfriend's birthday party and not invite Olivia. But the problem is Kaylor, sorry. And not invite Kaylor. The problem is Kaylor doesn't trust you already because of the camera shit, and you haven't really owned up appropriately in Kaylor's mind. And you're also still telling like little white lies, in my opinion. Yeah. We haven't seen them, that this is why the math ain't mathing. And I think that Kaylor's just like, I can't get my footing with you.
Right.
Because every time I go back to trust you, it's like, then you do this. And now I seem like the needy, crazy person. And I'm already a needy, crazy person. So now I seem even needier and crazier.
Yeah. And Liv's thinking she doesn't care.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
There's also, like, if you kind of take yourself out of it and just listening to us all talk, there seems to be the Connor, the Kaylor, and the Aaron, who maybe Connor and Aaron for sure, not for sure, but like these people seem to me that like, I'm not going to say they came on for true love and didn't realize that social media influencer job might be up for grabs, but it does seem like they're not that interested in the job. Right? They did a thing and now they're like, fuck.
Wait, Connor's not interested in it and Kaylor's not interested in being social media famous?
It just, because like they're the ones, like Kaylor's feels lonely. Only her friend came from home that she talked to. So like, I think that there's something with Kaylor. I think that Liv probably spent 2.5 months with Kaylor and got a taste of Kaylor. And I think that Aaron probably spent some time with Kaylor and got a taste of Kaylor. And I think that everybody spent some time with Kaylor, the Montana boy. And they're like, oh, that's a lot. And everything they have is a thing. And like, I borrowed her fucking shoes to go out to get something to eat. And I didn't tell her. And it was 3 days. For 3 days, she wouldn't let go of the fucking boots that I borrowed when I was at her thing. Even her mom had to tell, no, I'm just totally making shit up. But like, it seems like Kaylor's very lonely and everyone else is kind of thriving. Aaron's lonely. Kaylor's lonely. Connor is the one that's like, yeah, I don't understand. Everybody's here to be social media influencers. That's all they want. They're here. They came here to do that as a job. Like he has a whole conversation with Aaron, I believe, about it.
I thought Aaron was really spearheading that more, like because Aaron didn't understand it.
Right, but Connor wasn't shying away. He wasn't explaining it.
I look at Connor as someone who wants to dick ride a little bit because he doesn't have the fame everyone else does, and he wants it.
I think he would take it. I think he would accept it, but I think he's awkward and like, so I don't know if he knows how to get it.
Right, but I think he wants
sustain it. Yeah, I don't disagree. But I also think like if it didn't happen, he wouldn't care. Like he's not pursuing it. He's just in this weird, well, I'm in this position, so if it happens, I'll take, Mm-hmm. Nobody else is having those conversations. Fucking Kendall is like, get me to the iPad. Fucking Liv is like, get me to the lady. Where are we going? get ready with us. Miguel, they're all doing the job. Great. That's fucking great. You guys have jobs now. Go to work. Do your job. I need to know what fucking shampoo to buy. Like, I'm all here for it. There's a few people though that seem like they're not ready for it. They're not interested in it. It's too much. Like, and Kaylor might be one of those people. And I think that could be a thing that's happening, is like everyone's moving on. Aaron went and grew, right? And came back and was like, oh man, I outgrew this girl. Everyone came back from the villa and realized they got 80 bazillion followers. And now it's time to get to work and make money. They're doing that. They're going to the clubs. They're doing the things. Yes, Kaylor, glam. We're glam 24/7 now, lady. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? And Kaylor's just like, well, I don't, you know what I mean? So, I don't know. I just think everyone's passing Kaylor by.
I don't know about that. Because she's got so many Instagram followers. She posts. She does brand collaborations.
Do you think she likes it? You think she's happy and having a good time and enjoys this life? Because all she does is complain about everything.
All she wants is a boyfriend.
And
yes.
talks about how she doesn't like this new life, that she was happier before it all.
Oh, and just to clarify, all she should want is a boyfriend. Like, I'm much more happy that Kaylor is chasing love than chasing a bunch of brand deals.
Totally.
Like, I want her to make a bank for herself so she won't ever rely on a dude.
Yeah.
But like, I'm not hating on the fact that she's like, people are passing her by because she just wants her partner. She just wants that person that's going to be with her 24/7 and like do all the things, you know?
Yeah.
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 Well, we did it, guys. Oh, no, we didn't. I'm so sorry. There's the last scene, which is with Leah and Serena and Janae. And that's when they're barbecuing over at Serena's place. Serena very sweetly, thank you. All the vegetarians and vegans really thank you. And you take us into consideration and make us a vegan
Who's
sausage.
vegan on that?
Leah is either vegetarian or vegan.
Hey, what did Janae say? When she was like, oh, these are vegan. And Janae was like, yeah, maybe I'm going to have to take a pass on that. He said what I would have said because I'm eating a cow.
So they talk about obviously how scared and like what a rough time Leah has been in right now, which like you just want to do the test and have them call you back, being like, good thing we checked it, better safe than sorry. Everything came back totally normal. But because she has elevated levels of something, now she's got to continue testing for it, which is obviously super scary. And then they talk again about, I actually really liked when they did bring up the Kenny ship, because sweet little Janae is saying, you know, I thought we were going to live together. And then he pulled out and said, I want to live by myself, which is, again, like red flag, man. That's not cool what he did. And quite frankly, I'm so nuts. I feel like I would have broken up with him then and there. Like when he was like, oh, we're going to do this, but I don't want to live with you. It's like, so you want me to live next door to you? And she was so embarrassed. And she was like, oh, I guess I was like rushing things or whatever. It was my ego was bruised. And I love that Leah was just like, no, it wasn't your ego. That like, he's being an asshole. He's being crazy about this. And I just like, I thought that it was great that she said that to her. And then again, we get into the anxiety stuff that Serena has been dealing with. And I feel like they've done this on more than one episode now, where they talk about like bad behavior on social media, where people listen, whether Kenny did all of this racist stuff or was just a really horrible partner to her, and or racist and whatever, going after his family, unless his family is, you know, of course, posting racist things or whatever. It's just like, I get it. People do bad and wrong things, but like we can't totally just clobber everyone, go after their families, cut them off at the knees. Like, and I'm not even specifically speaking to Kenny. What I'm more speaking to is like when the girls were talking about how like, okay, I get it. You don't like me. I'm not your favorite person on here, but like, you don't have to say like I'm a disgusting pig or like I should go kill myself. Like I like that they've brought it up a few times, because hopefully people maybe hear it before they type.
No, listen, there is a because I was trying to get all the like the details of it, and I should have just stopped at Coca's. I should have just stopped there, but then like there was just somebody that popped up that like like on YouTube, if like you just are hovering over it, it just starts talking. And the guy came on talking with such like, what is it when you just are like such authority about, I've spoken to my sources and I've confirmed, and like, and I don't know who the fucking guys his sources are. Like, this is I've never seen this guy in my life, but the like his setup and the way he was talking and just how he started it, I started listening to this entire thing, and it was like 30 minutes of him basically just facting everything. To which I think came back later, and his first comment was, "So this was proven actually to be this," and it was like, so that negates half of the show that I just watched. Like, none of that stuff about his family, like. He literally went on this entire thing about how like the family was all in on it with him. They were looking to like, and the reason that I was listening to it is because I had already heard something about him like helping out his family. So when he's telling about this whole thing about, oh my God, like that the whole family is in on it and going, you have to stay with her. There's way too much money on the line here. Like he was, be careful who you are listening to. And again, if I just saw, it just lined up so perfectly, and I was looking for this specific information. So when he started, I was just way more susceptible to listening. But then I like had literally heard Coca say, post the stuff from Janae saying his family had nothing to do with this. They have only loved me. They have only supported me. They have only welcomed me and been so kind. I'm like, I don't think Janae goes on and says those specific things if they weren't true.
100%.
Yeah. And so like,
and that was very sweet of her to do.
Totally. So the family should be left out of it until Janae says otherwise, because she has been clear. It has nothing to do with
this. Was more of like a writ large note where the girls will be getting hate about like their looks or certain things that they've done. And it's just like, yes, if someone has been a horrible person, if someone has been racist, if someone has been physically abusive to another person, like, okay, I get you giving someone a piece of your mind. Yeah. You know what I mean? But like, Leah's just rescuing turkeys. Why do you care if you like her nose job or not? Like,
I know.
Keep it to yourself, okay?
I know. And if Miguel ain't complaining, then I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, exactly. And I thought that Serena just said, you know, like what's crazy is that I have so much anxiety now because my life has shifted so much and there's so many people with opinions.
Yeah.
But I also love people so much, and I am such a social butterfly. I love talking to people. So the thing that's kind of like making me sick is also my favorite thing in the world.
Yeah.
And God willing, she will just like grow into the fact that like not everyone's going to like you all the time. Not everyone's going to what's that saying? Like you could be the juiciest peach on the tree and there's still going to be someone who doesn't like peaches.
Yeah.
And hopefully they're so young. So hopefully I get that at my age. Hopefully they get that sooner rather than later, because I really do think these three girls are doing such an outstanding job at being like young public figures.
And this is silly and probably means nothing, but like I have never heard somebody say, like usually you hear people in this position talk about this all like word for word, everything she said. And then they always say, because I'm actually an introvert. I know it's crazy, but like I'm actually really shy. I don't go out a ton. I'm very much a homebody, like blah, blah. She was like, I'm not an introvert. I'm an extrovert.
Yeah.
And to still be having this is like a wild thing to like, these two things should be, you know,
go hand in hand.
Yeah.
And I think they will once she learns how to be famous. Like, you know, there is a learning curve to it.
Yeah.
Even if you're, I think like even if you were a kid of celebrities, it's not you, it's once removed.
Yeah.
So like until you're in that position, you just don't know how it all feels. And it's so easy. Like, you know, when someone's going through a breakup that you really love, and you can see how heartbroken you can see how heartbroken they are, and you can look at them with every fiber of your being and say like, I promise you, this was Janae, I promise you, this is the best thing that could have ever happened to you, that this man is out of your life, that you didn't marry him, that you didn't have kids with him, and you are just going to get so much like support and love and whatever, right?
All of it,
when you're in that moment, you feel like the biggest piece of shit. Your world's caving in on you. You're so heartbroken.
Humiliated. Start thinking back to a million things you guys did together. And then like, if he was on the phone with someone or if he stepped outside to talk to someone, like, was he just telling them like, oh, I'm so disgusted that I'm here with this idiot? You know, like you would just be thinking all the worst things. Like you really did something to her and to so many women just by extension of like caring about this girl and knowing that like this can happen. Like I would have a decade of real fucking issues from something like this.
You've seen Love Actually, right?
Yeah.
You know when, oh my God, I love her. What's that actress's name? The one that is, she finds out her husband's cheating on her.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Emma Thompson, when she learns that her husband is cheating on her. Do you remember she finds the necklace and whatever? And she says to him, she goes, you have made a fool out of me and out of the life that I lead. Mm-hmm. And I thought that line, and also the way she delivers it, was just chef's kiss.
Yeah.
I just love that line because I think that every person who's been broken up with in this or like hurt by a significant other feels like you've made and like, no, he didn't make a fool out of you. You didn't do anything wrong, Emma.
Yeah.
But like he's the fool. He's the fool, Janae. But you feel like you have made a fool out of me and a fool out of the life I live.
Yeah. And there's no telling, Janae, that didn't happen. Like, it didn't. But like, that's what I'm just saying, that like, you can be the strongest person. And there are some people that will get over it much quicker. But like, that is still like my whole last year.
Every social media post.
Everything
me
was
building you up
like,
to people.
You never liked me? You never liked me? That's... Oh my God, how would you ever know if anybody ever liked you again? How could you ever trust that, like, like I said, though, unless, like, and I'm not shaming her at all for this because women do this all the time. I've done it, we all have done it, where, like, you just decide to ignore certain things. But I hope that she now just remembers how many things that she ignored and knows that, like, next time, no, you weren't totally blindsided. You did see this coming in a way. You will see it coming if it happens again. And you're never totally blindsided. I mean, that's speaking very generally, but for the most part, you know, so I just hope she remembers all the flags that she did just decide to ignore, and so she can trust herself going forward.
I feel like that is such a fucking thing that, like, I can only speak for being a woman.
Yeah.
Like, as a woman, you do in your 20s.
Yeah.
Where... because you're so, one, I think you are so trusting and optimistic, right?
Yeah.
Two, you haven't had, hopefully, these horrible things happen to you yet. Like, even if you were dating someone when you were in high school, like, oh, it just ended. We went to college. It's not this real world.
Yeah.
Like, we were struggling. This was my first year living away from my parents across the country, and you were there for me. These really defining moments as a young adult, right? And then also... you think, oh my God, this is how it happens because this is what I saw in the movies.
Yeah.
Boy and girl meet, they fall in love, they get married. She's just following the trajectory that has been shoved down her throat by society, right?
Yeah.
And so you then try to make a square peg fit into a round hole. And that's because of the total of all of those things equals the sum of you painting red flags white.
Yeah.
And you just ignoring, like, no, this is normal. It's fine. He just wants his space. And I get that because he's such an independent guy and you're making up the excuses for him. And we've all done it. And so now it's hopefully just learning the lesson of like, that's okay. It happens. Just learn from it and move on. And no one's laughing at you. You should not be embarrassed. You are not the fool, period. And just get a great therapist.
Yeah. I have one more question that I can't believe I should have brought it up earlier when we were talking about just the season.
How dare you?
The first season, season 6 or whatever. Did no one ever think that Aaron was gay for Rob for a minute?
I didn't.
Never, not once. See the way that he looked at him and those just the longing. Like, I think if you went back, you might
maybe I need to go back and look. Usually, I feel like I have a pretty strong gaydar, but I guess
I forgot about that. You brought that up, and during the season of Love Island, no. But I'm trying to recall if it was last in this episode 4 or episode 3. I think he's having the conversation with his brother, or they're in the apartment or something. And I was like, oh, you like dudes. You'll fuck around with dudes. Like, I don't think you like dudes. I think you're into
Maybe he's
chicks,
bi.
and you're. If there's like, if bisexual is like I'll fuck a dude or a chick, and then if there's a term for like on either side of that, I fuck chicks, but I'll fuck a dude. He's that. You know what I mean?
I think that's bi.
I know, but like I'm making up a
I
new
just think
thing.
on the
Like
spectrum,
yeah.
he leans more straight with the occasional
Listen.
peppering in of a dude.
I'm telling you, that dude
In
was
your
in love
opinion.
with Rob. And why are you acting like you didn't see it? Because I kept telling you, and you were like, no, and then you saw it, and you were like, there it is. You saw it. You acknowledged it. We laughed about it. We saw several more moments that since you had already seen it.
I was
you
probably
were,
joking. I don't think
No,
he's
you weren't.
really in love with Rob, like sexually in love with Rob.
Oh, he's
Like I think
he's
he
good.
loves Rob.
He
I
would-
think they love
if
each other.
Rob
Yeah,
was-
that's what I think.
But I
If
don't
Rob
think he
was
wants
like
to-
one night,
I didn't.
and
I wasn't.
whatever.
I
but
think
you know what?
he,
Who wouldn't with Rob? I suppose.
like listen, when
I
Rob
gotta watch
came out,
these snake videos,
bro,
guys.
when he came out in that cowboy hat for the fucking heart rate, I was like, that's the day I was like, oh, that's why everybody loves Rob. He's just fucking pretty. Like that's why.
Oh, that I
everybody-
didn't like. I don't like pretty boys.
No,
like
I know,
I
but
never
you're
do.
a fucking weirdo. I'm the only pretty boy she ever liked.
No, I just I don't. I want to be prettier than the boy I'm with. Like that's. I feel like that's fairly normal. That's not like
Thanks for getting
out on a ledge, you
hilarious.
know, right?
No, did you hear Mike?
Oh, what?
Mike goes, sorry. Because he said, pretty in pink.
Yeah, what were we saying? Oh,
Like and
I don't.
subscribe.
Yeah, I think
That
he
he's
like.
gay,
I think
that-
he. I think they love each other. I don't know if I ever thought it was a sexual thing.
McFix. I know you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but then again, in the
And she hasn't even said anything about it, but I just know that she caught a glimpse of that and had a moment.
Well, let us know. We're gonna get a lot of hate too because we thought Carl was gay, and apparently that didn't work out.
We
too
thought
well.
who was gay?
Well, we did.
Carl, I'm still standing.
Yeah.
Oh,
10
he
toes.
looks
Courtney
scarier
did.
to me than ever now.
Oh, stop.
I just looked up Rob on Instagram. He is just as cute as I remember. And I will be watching these videos. Anyway, like and subscribe.